giant tank.
God, I feel dumb.
It's okay, shit.
Had it working.
Calm down.
And we're back. So, or is it? There we go. Okay, cool. So, it looks like we had an issue with our audio. Looks like one of our programs wasn't running correctly, so we had to disable it, just go back to our normal audio.
Thank you for people in chat
Yes.
for letting us know.
Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you, Noah.
Appreciate it. So, just a recap of all the silent moving and charades that was going on. Our players were able to make it back to Etionos. They had some missions that they heard of, and then they went to the temple and got dropped off their job for the Lamia that they did, and then also picked up the job for the ogres that was happening, the ogre raids, and then found out that they had to go to the temple of Silatron to deposit the body.
We did leave the orcs.
Yeah, and they left the orcs at the temple. So,
and there was many funny little moments in between, and I'm so sorry. We had some funny stuff.
We were very charming.
Oh my gosh,
we were very charming.
And you got inspiration from a little funny little
still
thing.
Counts, right?
Yeah, it does still count. It's just that's funny.
Sorry. Now it's just going to be an inside joke.
Yep, sorry about that. We are still new at this. During our break, though, in between the two games, we'll make sure to have that correct and working correctly. But thank you once again, our viewers, for letting us know that we done goofed.
But now that we are live,
we are going to continue with the party riding with a corpse in a wagon.
Yeah,
it's gonna be that way for a while.
And it's gonna be that way for a bit.
That's an icebreaker,
right? Corpses and wagons.
Yeah.
So you guys come up to, as I was describing, this Victorian, Jesus.
It's an upstanding building.
Upstanding building. A Victorian-looking mausoleum, but not built for residence, but built for occupation. So for people to actually come and worship and mourn and be able to celebrate and...
That's what I'm talking about right there, celebrating.
Celebrate the dead, and also at the same time say their goodbyes to their dead. As you guys show up, it does have Silatron in her gown with her hourglass that's kind of hung around her neck. Kind of in a sorrowful but yet serene face that she has, looking down. With, like, as I said, two flanking statues of her. You guys come through the temple, and it is very quiet. As soon as you guys go from walking through the threshold, it's like best way to describe it, it's a light silence spell. You have your eyes, and you can see that the threshold itself is enchanted with, I think, abjuration is what that is for silence.
So you can't even hear footstep echoes?
Exactly. It is built so that...
just to make it very peaceful.
Very quiet and peaceful. And as you guys come in, you can just... It sounds very peaceful. There's no, like, reverberation or anything from these heavily stoned masonry that's happening in here. But you guys come in, and there's a couple pews.
I'm gonna sound great! I'm gonna sound great! This is awesome! Hey!
Walking unaware.
Yeah.
Is it light silence or full silence?
No, light silence. Silence light. So it's just so that outside noise doesn't come in and
like
interfere.
How sci-fi does space.
Essentially, yeah. Pew, pew, pew. Triggered.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys come in. It is a vacant temple. There's no one in here. Doesn't look like there's a service in session.
Nobody walking around with a scythe.
Yeah, just like a hood. Where do I get to reap them?
That's not the way to advertise, you know.
But
you got to bring people in. No way.
Oh no, people are dying to show up.
That's inspiration.
No, that's disadvantage. Disadvantage.
So.
Okay, this is where Click and Oriana were staying last time we were in
Etionos. Yes, so you guys know that there is the back door behind the center platform where they have the priest with his platform. Jesus.
Podium?
Podium, thank you. Oh my god.
Words.
Are escaping me today, dear God.
Technically, that's a podium, and it's the same thing, really.
A podium and a plinth.
A plinth.
But it's behind that is
Yeah.
the room that goes down into the priest's chambers,
Okay.
and it's just the singular priest with the two clergy youths.
Yeah.
Because they're not quite altar boys.
So guys, I was helping out with cleaning up the
Yeah,
place.
it's
very
essentially
cool.
it's glorified morticians is what it would be.
Yeah. So Oriana would ask like the lay people to stay behind,
Yeah.
but she and Click, I guess, would go like slip back there.
Oh, hang out with the kids. The kids, they're cleaning up. I'm checking it out and asking questions. You go ahead.
Okay.
Go right ahead. It's good.
So you go back there. You know that it is it's a half elven woman. She says she's half elf. She's probably more quarter elf, but
I don't judge.
you don't judge. But
Is
she's
Silitron an elf?
no.
Okay.
She's actually doesn't have a quote
Like
unquote
set
race. It's more of one of those things. It's where the people who do worship her or pay homage to her, they assign
Have their own depiction.
Yeah.
they assign pretty much her own race to her because she is very feminine looking, but nondescript, and it doesn't show like either tusks or horns or ears or anything
So
like that.
everyone can kind of relate to
Okay.
it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it said
That's what I kind of figured.
Yeah.
but-
So she's back there and she's cleaning off one of the dead.
Yeah. And what was her name?
That is a good question. Right? Stumping the DM back to back. Names. How do we do them?
Her name is Joy.
No, it was not Joy.
Nurse Joy. Her name
Nurse
is
Joy.
Joy.
Alice Boyd.
Close.
Very close.
Very close.
And what is her title? Like priestess?
I have not come up with titles for Silitrum. I don't think they're a very title based, so I think it'd just be priestess.
Okay.
Because there's no hierarchy that really happens within
Yeah.
Just
her
get
temple.
names. Just like, Memphis King,
Memphis
You
King.
just gotta remember.
I mean, my title is fairly like this is what you are.
Yeah, essentially.
It's very utilitarian. Yeah, but she would kind of like knock quietly on like the door.
Mm-hmm. There's no door. It's just
Yeah.
open room
Okay.
to a slab of stone where she's just washing a corpse.
Well, on the door frame, just.
Okay. She sees you and nods, and she goes, "Oh yes."
Yes, Priestess Boyd. I have been doing some work with the Temple of Ekros,
And she's just, "Oh."
and we have a body that needs a rather large body.
Disposed of, and she kind of just goes back. Like
It's
she
a-
stops
Yeah.
sponging and then continued sponging.
It's a Lamia corpse.
Lamia, I'm not familiar with that.
It is a half lion monstrosity. Very evil.
Oh, yes.
But
Let's.
this is roughly the size of a horse.
It's big.
It's big. She goes, "Look, I guess we do have the animal services in the back that we can take care of.
Services
There.
for-
That's
amazing.
there's nothing that doesn't pass from life to death.
everything.
Yeah, everything passes, and she sees everything to its afterlife or to death. We'll take it in the back. She's just like, let me finish up here.
Of course.
Have one of the younger lads show you where it is. Maybe they can help you with.
Okay. Much appreciated.
She just nods and just kind of goes back to spawning.
Yeah, and she'll just kind of.
So I'm already with one of the guys, and I'm like,
What are you doing? What's going on?
Oh, they're just sweeping and stuff. They're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
okay.
we're just cleaning.
Can I take it? Can I have it?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. All right.
And I imagine, so they went from cleaning,
Yeah.
and you go
yeah,
cleaning.
oh yeah, clean. Spin.
Yeah.
Just constantly going crazy.
He's just standing
Yeah.
there. He's just like, oh, cool.
That's right.
And the other one's just kind of looking at him jealous, like, of course you get someone to help you out. I got to do all
It's
the
the
work.
first guy.
I'm always the one that has to do all the
The one
work.
who's just watching is the one you should
Yeah.
So he's just kind of like
Obviously.
smiling,
So-
watching Click do his thing.
Hey,
As I'm talking.
we're gonna be disposing of a body here.
Oh?
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Why is it going to be great?
Well, it's because we've had it for a long time, and we've had a long time.
He's just like, oh.
Yeah, it's been sitting for a while.
Oh.
You look, and it's not. You don't. Yeah, that's why we're here. We're excited to have you.
So he goes
help us
over
out.
to the what is it called? Jesus, Sarah, word.
What?
The altar, the podium. Thank you. Apparently, I don't know what a podium is.
Nope.
Goes behind there and then gets some kind of ointment, and he kind of just like puts it underneath his nose, essentially, like some kind of poultice or like some kind of oil that he smears under his nose.
I
And-
thought it didn't smell too bad.
It doesn't.
But he said that it's a corpse that's been dead for a while,
Yeah.
so he's like, oh, this thing's gonna smell ripe.
Right. No, it's been gentle proposed.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But so he just kind of goes, all right, where is this?
Oh, it's over here. Come on.
Okay, and I assume at this point,
Yeah.
Are you curling now?
Well, I got to do two things at once. It's the ADD that keeps me going.
That's what keeps you going.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's over here.
and I point at Vol.
Hey, show me the body.
About this time, Oriana comes out.
Yeah.
She's just like, "Oh, good, Click, you found them."
Oh yeah, he's totally eager to do this. Very nice. Nice guy.
She's like, "Do you want to keep sleeping?"
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is great.
and he goes back sweeping to
And
where
then
he
she
was.
just kind of obtains the other one.
Yeah. So you're gonna get the second one as well? So both of them?
No,
Or
just the one who's not busy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, look, you look like you have some free time."
Yeah, my services seem to be stolen from me. So I guess you have a body that's been dead for a while?
It's been gentle reposed.
Oh, now I feel dumb. It's gonna be stuck on that all day
But
now.
how big does he look?
He's like 5'7", 5'8", maybe 16, 17.
So rather scrawny,
Lean.
lean. Yeah, she kind of looks at them and she goes, and Zeal, would you mind helping us?
Which shelf
What are
do
we
you
doing?
want?
Yeah, where are we? We're bringing to the temple?
We have
Could
to
we
bring
just
it.
pull the cart around back or something?
Yeah, we need to use the animal disposal area
Oh, did you a horse die or something?
or something, but about that size. Is there a way we could bring the wagon around?
Oh,
or
of course. Let me show you.
Of course.
And so he goes over and he undoes like a lock and everything.
Hey, is there a dustpan?
And so he goes through and undoes it, opens up the gate,
Yeah.
and kind of shows you
Yeah.
guys through. And you guys come in the back, and it's a lot like the temple in Avisum, where it's
Okay.
the open kind of gazebo with a giant stone coffin.
Yeah.
Has ash in the bottom. And so he goes, oh, "This is it." He kind of looks at the cart and goes, "Is it back there?"
Yes.
Okay. He kind of just starts rolling up his sleeves.
It is a lamia, by the way.
I'm just going,
He just
relax, young man. I think I can take care of this. And I'll pull the cart back.
And so just, oh buddy.
You're the same age as him. You can't just call him young man.
I'm more mature than he is.
Oh, sure thing.
My people mature faster than than the humans do.
Feeling a little proudful. But he, resolute. He sees it and you can see him go, kind of just swallow whatever that was. But he definitely.
I'll give him a pat on the back.
And he goes, "Did you guys do it? That lamia?
Yes.
Lamia."
We were working for the.
And he's just kind of looking at the bits, and just I imagine when you pick up one of the parts.
I'll just take out my
the back
holy
legs.
symbol and just point at it. And,
Oh yeah, you guys do a lot of work for us. Cleaning up, whatever you make. And he kind of just smiles,
I'll
that's
just
a joke on the.
between the two of you.
like it's a joke that is between the church that they're just yeah, we're always cleaning up Akros' messes.
We make the bodies, you dispose,
Yeah.
and then you guys get paid.
You make them, we torch them. So
Yeah.
And so he kind of he starts getting the wood. Then, if you guys are gonna get the corpses, and he starts building the pyre underneath it.
I imagine it takes both of us to get this thing.
Especially the lion half, the lion's share.
Got that.
So.
And then I imagine Oriana's just kind of going behind and like prestidigitizing
the cart. Yeah.
Cleaning the cart.
I imagine there's some
go.
bits and juices that are kind of still just oozed. As the cart kind of jiggled all that stuff out.
And we leave the tarp in the in the like funerary place.
That's fair. Yeah, it would have been just like a burlap tarp.
Yeah, it needs to burn.
It's all must go. So he kind of looks at you guys and goes, I assume we don't need any prayers for...
No, this was a bad creature.
Well, even bad creatures needs to be ushered to their proper destination.
Yeah, he's just like...
So you walk up, burn in hell!
Oriana does like, legit stand over it. And,
he's like, by all means.
And she kind of like, our gracious Silithram, we ask you to usher this soul from this world into its final resting place. And we pray that you make sure it never comes back.
Alongside that, I take the dustpan that I did find with all the crud, and I just dump it right on the to the deal. Just like, there we go.
I didn't have another spot. They didn't have a trash can. I was figuring out if I could do that.
Peeping. And then it just like...
Yeah. Once again, there's the enchantment that is on the open sarcophagi that that doesn't the smell of corpse burning hair and flesh doesn't permeate. You guys see the smoke come up,
but it smells like daisies.
It actually the best way to explain it is it smells like hickory smoke and pine is what it is. It's
weird.
A little like if you're not used to it, it is very unsettling because you know that's a body burning, but yet you're smelling like
a barbecue.
A barbecue with a forest. So you're just like,
campfire.
Yeah, essentially.
Nice. That's got to be fun.
I'm not sure that puts across the right mental image for. And I just go out front.
This is for the animals too.
This is for the animal. This is the animal one. So this is maybe something that's enchanted on the animal sarcophagi that has some kind of religious meaning, or maybe a peaceful thing for people who are bringing their animals to be cremated.
So in the middle of the funeral, I'm like, so are we supposed to stay here for the rest of the day, or are we?
No, we can go.
Are we supposed to do something else, or are we done?
Well, you wanted to go to the library, correct?
I mean, that would be nice if we.
No, I mean in general.
Left a donation.
Well, Lord's talking to his family, and
we need to find more information.
And we need a thing.
I think I'm done sweeping.
Yeah, the kid will take the broom back and the dustpan.
That's great. Thanks for letting me participate.
Yeah.
Love it.
And you just kind of walk back.
We'll be back.
What I was really getting at was the intention is for us to continue to work together.
Yes.
Unless you want to leave.
Are we supposed to do something right away?
We have the thing in Avison that needs to be completed.
I think I know what Vol's getting at.
Well, we also need the
register.
Other thing.
As a group, right?
The body. You get a message.
Yeah.
It's just the corpse. We need the corpse.
And I'll message back to you using the reply option.
Yeah.
We were gonna wait until Warden had it for sure, Baron.
So of course.
Because he was supposed to send a message.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But we also have some research about the ogres and the orc problems.
So we're not leaving right away.
No.
I'm going to the wizarding school. I know someone who might have information.
All right. I was just thinking I needed to go get a place to stay.
Oh, we will need a place to stay.
Oh,
priorities.
I know. Should I find something for everyone then, or?
Yeah.
Unless you want to come to the library. I know you like books.
I do. I very much like books, but
we could get a place to stay, and then
have I been to this library before?
At the church or the school, right?
It's essentially the way that the city's designed. There's a mage quarter where it's a giant ring that goes around the merchant quarter, and that's pretty much where there's a giant school, and then it's all the living stuff and merchant supplies for all the sorcerers.
Is
Or
everyone
wizards.
going to the library?
I felt perhaps we need to register our group, right?
That is. I thought we did that.
You just did that.
I just did that.
Oh, that's all the registration we need?
That's with the church. Yeah, that's
Then
all you
what?
guys need
The
to do.
church at least.
Okay.
Same
I
as
thought
having to
there was
wait
something
in
about
line.
having an adventure group in the city you needed to... Oh, okay, never mind. I got that wire across.
Well, if that's it then, I'm just gonna go. The inn I stayed at is very out to the edge of the city.
What kind of inn would you have stayed at?
Just like the first one I came in from the north
It was
gate.
affordable. You
Oh
did
yeah,
it-
because you wrote
the
it
affordable
down.
one.
Oh, I wrote some inns down. There's some inns that have been written down. Do you want to roll a... Roll me a d10.
No, you had a funny one too. I remember that one.
One.
Oh, okay, it's not that impressive. It's the Stout Wizard is where you would have stayed.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I don't think I wrote a different one down.
When you would have said that, I guess your family, did a lot of studying and stuff, and you had this book. I
They
guess-
might have stayed here in the past.
Yeah, so they kind of pointed you towards this direction of, this is right outside the college. So there's the college, and then like 4 blocks down is this tavern slash inn.
That sounds like a place I would have stayed.
Yeah.
So, I'll just go get us. How many rooms do we need? Okay, can I borrow some petty cash?
Well, do we want to cut down and share rooms?
I mean, Click and I always share, but we don't. I don't sleep much, and he doesn't take up much space if we want a third.
Yeah, and I'm a sound sleeper. And I'm quiet.
He is actually very quiet when he sleeps.
Wick goes, yeah, it's the only time he is quiet. And he goes, oop.
Hey, what? What?
Damn.
You talk more than I do, don't you? Oh, wait a minute, I haven't heard you in a while. You still
Is it?
there?
Yeah, I am. It's just sometimes you talk over me.
There
what?
is some
Okay.
risk. Me sharing a room. If I haven't expelled my breath before I go to bed sometimes while I'm sleeping. You understand?
No, I don't understand.
I-
You have
I
wet dreams?
totally understand.
I express my breath sometimes while I'm sleeping.
So you have draconic wet dreams. That's what
And
you're telling me.
I've hurt pets in the past.
Oh, that sounds gross.
So I may want to get my own room.
Is there anything like a mint? A space bin?
I guess.
I usually try and breathe once before I go to bed, but it can be dangerous.
Okay.
Okay.
Then. Whatever you say, you can have your own room. Kitten, do you want your own room?
Insight 23.
I believe it.
Is it true? Have we witnessed this?
What, did I usually breathe before camping out?
Yeah.
I haven't mentioned it.
And have we noticed this? Because it's an event. A slight event, unless you're like 100 feet away and up behind a corner.
I'm gonna
right?
use the little dragon's room. Pardon me.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
When I come
what
back,
it's-
I'm going
yeah.
to bed now. Good night.
Okay, alright, so he's just looking at you and he's just like, I buy it.
Kitten, do you want your own room?
It almost sounds like
I don't really mind.
sounds like
honestly.
you're bulimic.
Oh. I
I'm
don't
just
really
saying.
mind.
I'm just,
Let's just say I'm prone to nightmares.
Well, you can stay by yourself. You guys can share, and then do you want to share?
Sure.
Because I assume
I imagine
the
I
warden's
have pretty
gonna
bad
stay at his family's.
Yeah, who knows when he's going to be
And the most likely
done
thing
with
that
the
would happen
familial
is that-
obligations.
Yeah.
So just get 3 rooms.
All right. And then I'll meet you at the library.
Separate beds for both, please. I don't want to really.
I don't think there's a bed big enough for you two to cuddle. You take up a lot of room.
I have to curl up.
You gotta definitely curl up.
Fine, I roll in my sleep.
So I'll go back to the stout wizard.
It's near the wizard's college.
So we'll walk most of the way together.
Okay.
see, we're gonna go see books. I mean, read them. See them. Yeah, we're seeing books.
That is what you
This
do.
is a college. Please
It's not wrong.
no touching things that we aren't supposed to.
Oh, absolutely. This would be great. I mean, I'm totally.
so
Like
on
you
your
never
guy-
know the items that could be in there. You don't want to touch random items.
Oh, yeah.
So on your
I hear
guys'
ya.
way
I hear ya.
to this district, you guys do have to pass through a gated area. So
Gated community.
it's
suburbs.
it's not quite a gated community. It's just there are sites of entry. You though,
Yes.
on arriving, the walls itself are blinding.
Also.
Abjuration,
Oh.
like blinding.
Can you turn
Okay.
that off?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, so as we're approaching and we get within that 30 feet.
Yeah, it's as soon as you hit the 30 feet, it's like,
Yeah, she probably literally just like, ah!
You okay?
Hey, what's going on?
And she'll like turn it off and just like, okay. is just very magical walls.
Where?
They're abjuration, probably protection wards. I mean, that makes sense for wizards.
it looks like a stone wall.
It's a nice one. Can you sit here?
And so one of the guards is like, "Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just testing that wall. It's a wall, right?
Stop doing that.
Good stone.
Are you gonna pass through, or are you just drawing on it?"
Don't trying. I'm just pointing. Sorry. Yeah, you bet. I'm gonna go with them.
No, are you coming through?
Oh,
He's-
no, hey, that's why I'm going.
Yeah,
Yeah, gonna go?
yeah.
Okay,
Get on. Just don't.
thanks.
Is this your first time in the corridor?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Are you his guardian?
What?
I suppose so.
like he starts doing it. He just goes, "All right, child," and goes. So, first thing, I would strongly suggest no destruction of property. Though the guard are responsible, the wizards have they like to intervene before we get a chance, and let's just say that they're not the most nice of people of destroying their property.
We'll behave ourselves.
And no open flames when you get to a library.
That's a sound policy.
Hey,
I thought you left.
Rick.
No, he's with you guys.
I-
You guys
I-
are all
Oh,
walking in the
right,
same
right,
area.
right. I'm done.
So,
I do not like open flames.
Yeah,
Sound
well,
left?
policy.
don't turn on.
Oh.
Wick just goes, "All right, I won't turn on." And the guy just looks at the torch and goes,
We're familiar with magic.
Yeah, sorry, friend.
"Huh,
See, that's Wick.
talking torch. Never
See-
seen that before."
Say hi, Wick.
Hi, how's it going? And then the guy's just gonna be like, "Don't turn on,
There
little
you
guy."
go. See, there you go. That's perfect.
And he just goes,
Yeah,
"All right,
two-
I'll keep a close flame."
Yeah,
He's like,
two
"No,
people.
no flame." He's just like, "Okay, no flame."
We can leave him in the inn.
He's like, "Don't."
Ah, we trust him. He's okay. Ah, he's fine.
So, besides that, the guard kind of ushers you in. You guys walk through. It's a what is that called? It's a palisade, right? That drops down. The
Portcullis?
Portcullis. Thank you, Jesus. The portcullis.
Yeah, I'm
Words.
learning.
They escape me.
I am learning
The tyranny
too.
of words. Don't understand them. But yeah, the portcullis is on both sides, made of seems to be either silver or some kind of steel. It's very shiny.
An alloy.
Yeah, some kind of alloy. So you guys pass through without a problem. And as you guys walk through, you see that it is definitely a different corridor. So once you guys get into it, it's a little less busy on the ground. There are definitely people that are like either flying on carpets or brooms. Seems there's a lot of magical flight happening, and a lot of different like businesses either have like a perch area, I guess, for either flying mounts or brooms and stuff. So like you have your ground floor entry and then like
Are
a
there
second
brooms
story.
tied?
Yes. Yeah.
Are there for rent brooms on the road?
No, there's not. There's no for what is
Jump
it?
brooms?
Jump brooms. Yeah.
It's like red bicycles.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Yeah.
was like the magical quarter.
Exactly. This is essentially, and it's a whole ring around.
Those are incredibly
The
dangerous.
merchant
You shouldn't
quarter.
write that.
Noted.
There's no one to get magical items for a while.
I know 6 people who have broken bones.
Click's face is just dropped, just like jaw dropped.
Oh, on bikes.
Mm-hmm.
and is in
red
awe.
jump bikes.
So he's really tempted at this point to go up there and just see the traffic.
There's definitely... This is the most flying people you've ever seen.
Right, this is fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, I gotta go up.
I gotta check this out. This is great. Oh my god, this is so great.
And people are just...
Yep, I'm up. I'm gone.
So you just chase people down?
No, I don't chase them down. I just follow them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And click is now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is great.
It's like within 3 rounds, so like 18 seconds, you lose sight of click.
This is pretty. This is so. Wow.
So we'll tag you guys.
Sure.
Because you guys don't move as fast as click. And we'll tag what happens with you.
Okay.
So you want to take them to the stout wizard?
No, they're going to the library. I'm going to meet them there. I'm going to just go get rooms.
Okay. So
so you can leave me alone.
I'm going to do you first, just
Okay.
because Gemma walked away.
Sure.
So you break off from the pack and you start heading towards...
I'll meet you all at the library, and I don't know if they have room keys.
Hmm?
I'll bring you your room keys.
Alright, full. Safe,
Save me a book. I don't know
I'll
what
tell
I'm
them
supposed to say.
We will save you books.
Save all the books.
safe travels.
So yeah, you go through...
It's just a city, actually.
You see some several oddities that you saw before. A lot of familiars everywhere, running errands and stuff. You see, yeah, keep going. There are a few Warforged that are walking through that seem to be, oh god, what is that called? The people who move carts. What is that? The like.
Cart movers.
God, I can't think what it's called.
Delivery?
No.
Porters.
They're the cart runners, where they run with the people in the
Oh.
cart.
Oh.
I can't remember.
Taxi.
It's a taxi,
driver.
but there's a specific word for
That thing.
that I can't.
That thing.
Today I can't get them.
Those guys
Are they
that
on bikes?
take people
No.
So it's
on
not petty
carts.
cabs.
No. But
They're transporting people throughout the
Good
city
opportunity.
essentially.
Give us what
as a
what's your
form of
word?
transport.
What's
Yeah.
the word of the
and so
day?
they're just running, but these Warforged are made different. Instead of having actual legs, it's a lot like the what is that? The Skyrim dwarf.
The Centurion.
The mid-tier ones, the ones with
balls.
the ball that rotates around,
Okay.
and so they're just kind of
Spear.
like horse speed.
Dwarven spear.
Yeah, dwarven spear. That's what it is. But it's like that. But it's a half Warforged, and then the other part is just a pole, and then it has the spear on the bottom.
What a life.
Right.
Alright.
So this is all bustling by, and you make it to the stout wizard.
So just me back.
You show up. There's a bunch of what is that called? Undergrads that are in there. People either are doing studying or people that are off a break between classes, eating food and.
You go in there and say, "It's me. I'm back."
I mean, he is.
Norm.
Roll me a percentile, actually, out of curiosity. Okay.
$89.
So you come in there like, "Hey, I'm back," and you're yelling and stuff. And
I'm not yelling. I'm just...
You're announcing. And so you see the normal stuff. You see people who are drinking weird drinks that are fizzing and bubbling and weird, neon colors that you saw before. And then in the back corner, it's the first time you've seen another Dragonborn. Red.
Color correlations don't matter in Dragonborns.
So
Not that, it's just the whole fire thing.
it is the fire thing. But he is back there, and it seems to be that he's drinking something, some kind of a red, like neon drink out of like a beaker, and he's drinking it, and he's using a magical hand, and he's flipping through a book.
No, okay. Well, I will note him. Walk over to the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Strangely, Pat Benatar's Fire and Ice is playing right now in the
Gosh.
All right. So yeah, I'll walk over to the innkeeper. I'll like keep looking over at the Red Dragonborn now.
And he just goes, "Oh hi, how's it going?
Hello.
Oh, you were here before, weren't you?
Yes, about a month ago.
Ah, you have a recognizable face." And he kind of giggles.
Oh, thank you.
So what can I get you?
I would like my old room back, the one on the ground floor near the back, if possible. If it's not taken.
No, we're good.
And then I need 2 other rooms.
2 other rooms?
Yes. Not all for me.
He looks up again and goes, "Not all for you? Okay. And, alright."
How is that available right now?
Yes.
Oh, how much is that going to be?
It's going to be a silver a night.
Better make it 2 nights, just in case.
So 3 rooms, 6 silver.
I don't know how long Rockman's staying. So. Yes.
He just nods.
I don't.
He goes, "Do you want anything to drink?"
No, I won't be unless you have something to go.
Oh, I can make something to go.
Do you have something that keeps you up? Not alcoholic, just something. We're doing a lot of research tonight.
Gotcha. And so he pulls out this. He goes over to the bar, and puts his hands on it, and it flips around, and then it pretty much goes to an alchemical stand, and he just starts mixology, mixing essentially a potion.
So you spinning bottles.
Yeah, spinning bottles and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking rock star.
Yeah. And so he mixes it and stuff, and so it's this neon green, and it kind of the bubbles are what glowing are inside of it. And he goes, "It's got a bit of a kick. You're gonna have to pee when you're done, really hard. Don't worry, it's really good. Just
I go.
You're gonna have to pee really hard.
I go.
They really sell them that
5
really
of
hard.
us.
Yeah.
so what?
5 of us.
You want 5 of these?
Well,
Okay.
5. That's only,
And so he
Wait,
makes 5.
How much are they?
They're just 5 silver each.
I think I can handle that.
Okay. So he makes 5 of them, and he goes, "Do you want them to?" You said go, right?
If possible, yes.
Okay, so he just puts in these wax corks that seem when he puts it over the glass, the wax itself grabs onto the glass and then kind of just.
Very
So
fancy.
the other 5 of them have the wax seal.
You don't happen to have a bag I can put these in?
The turtles can.
Next door neighbors.
Turtles. It's a paper bag.
Okay.
They have. So he'll just kind of
Or a burlap sack.
yeah, he gets a burlap. He goes, "Sure, it's gonna be a silver for the bag."
The sea
Fine.
You're all.
You're like, "I've got cash to burn."
So, if I could just get the keys now, and
So the key, it's not a key. It is what you remember before, but
card?
it's a what? No, it's not a card either. It's actually a hexagon, and it has a gem in it.
okay.
And then it has inscribed the room numbers in Draconic.
Cute.
So I got my room back, and then they got the
So
other. I just remember because I got a room that I could breathe out the window and not
Yep.
kill a bunch of stuff.
yeah. So for you, it's yours says 1A, and then it's gonna say 1B and 1C.
Oh, adjoining rooms.
So
Oh.
they're all next to
And
each
then I
other,
go,
but
"Oh,
it's in
no."
Draconic.
I'm just all, oh no, I'll make sure Click is in room 3.
But yeah.
Alright, and then
So this all happens.
I go dump my bag and gently place my trident on the bed,
Yes.
and then leave all that stuff there, and then head back out with the bag of drinks.
On your way walking out, you notice because you just got to keep looking at that corner,
just all.
and you look back in that corner, meets eyes with you, nods, and then just goes back to drinking and reading the book.
Just all. Now I know. Or at least Vol knows how he was made.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, if it works the same way, at least one of his parents was gifted, or down his family line was gifted dragonship by an ancient red dragon.
Correct. Of some kind of red dragon of notable power.
The closest one I know of is from a shithole of an evil city.
Yeah.
So I am just like thinking, this guy's bad news.
Apparently no one minds him. And he pays his tab.
Well, I don't know.
There's gotta be more than one ancient red dragon.
Yes, sure.
You
But-
shouldn't judge things.
You're wrong.
It's a good thing Zeal is a noise within our heads, able to just constantly give us wisdom.
But I'm just like,
Long
And
message.
Put a pin in it.
I will.
Well, you've
Got
been
my
around
bag. I
you
still got
started
the
to wear
sword,
off.
but I'm not. No, my hand's not on it. Going, what's your name, sir?
Yeah.
But I would walk up and go, you're the first, other than my parents, dragonborn I have seen ever.
He nods. Dude, I make NPCs without names. This is a
I didn't.
bane.
Yeah.
I know. So he's just
Get
gonna
randos.
look at you and kind of nod and goes, I think you're the fourth that I've seen in my whole life.
So
And he kind of just like, he's like like raising his eyebrows looking at you, just like, and?
I was just all, you seem more traveled than I.
You get-
I don't suppose it would be too personal a question to ask if you've ever seen another silver dragonborn.
Yeah. Kind of like goes, no. There was my parents, and then I saw a bronze, copper. They all kind of look the same.
So, sorry to interrupt your studies.
And then when he finishes his drink, he kind of just burps, and just black smoke comes out. And goes, sorry.
Nope, it's quite alright.
It's got a bit of a kick to it.
Have a good day.
You as well. And he just watches you leave. Yeah, no, he's
Watching me.
yep, he's watching you now.
Yeah, it's like that awkward, like,
Yep.
I'll go, I like double time it to the library now. There's a bad guy in town, I gotta tell everybody.
Tell everyone that it's a possible lead to him.
Him.
Ominous.
So, you guys are on the way to the library. Yeah, go for it. You guys are on the way to the library.
Yes.
It really does make you have to, doesn't it?
I told you, it makes you have to
just
think really hard.
Jeez, it's that potent?
That potent. It transcends realities.
Skin contact.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are on your way. The only thing is, you don't know where the library is.
I would have stopped and asked.
Yeah. So,
Where's the market, by the way? It's happening at the same time.
they would have directed it's the next quarter in if you want to go into the merchant.
I have my goal before me.
What do you get at the market?
Any well, I'm
What's
looking
on your
for
mind?
deals. To be very honest.
Yeah.
I'm looking for deals on magical items and anything else that might just help the
The
party.
guy looks at you when you say magical items. He's like, "You're in the right district for it."
Well, I mean, yeah, he's big. Magical market.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
And
where
he just
he's
kind of
going
like
for.
points at like one
That's
of the
what
like
he when
Bob's
he
Magic Shop.
Yeah. Okay. Well then.
Wands and extraordinaire.
Yeah,
He
he's,
just wants the weird bag, correct? What else do you want? Are you spending your money or party fund?
it's for the party, and it's something the party is going to use from the party funds. But personal things, I'm going to buy for myself. Anything that you have on your mind? If not, I'm going to keep an eye out.
But we might want to sell the pot we got recovered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sell that pot.
You guys don't want the pot? Oh,
He has a whole ritual,
that's true. That's fair.
and it's a big pot.
It is a big pot.
I-
It's a little
It's so
cumbersome.
much more useful for a kitchen
That's okay.
or somewhere that's not constantly on the move.
This is true. This is true. Fair.
I mean, we have a cart. We don't have a full
Devils and
camp.
Lions.
If we had a camp of people behind us, that'd be a different story.
That's true.
So, I can do that. But, yeah, hopefully we'll get a good deal.
Don't really have any needs for items, so.
One thing I've been keeping in mind is just a way for us to just contact each other on long distances.
What you're looking at?
Yeah. But,
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't bother.
blessings, guidance.
Can you not sneeze if someone's looking at you?
Or was that an actual
What?
sneeze?
Can you not sneeze if someone's looking
I think
at
she
you?
was trying not to sneeze in your
No,
face.
I was just
Right?
trying not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It was just a weird sneeze.
Weird sneeze.
I was trying to sneeze away from the thing, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Sorry, I was trying to be non-disruptive.
He's
Got
also,
disrupted.
after that, he's gonna go to the magical district for items, and then he's gonna look for mundane stuff to use the tinker tools on.
Yarp, yarp, yarp.
So I'm gonna do that after.
Cool.
So you were doing your thing.
You head to the library.
The college.
The college. When you get to this, mind you, the walled section didn't look this big. Like, while you're walking and, like, when you guys saw the different walls, it doesn't look that big, but as you guys are walking, you get this weird sinking feeling that space and distance is being played with here.
Those wizards.
Wizards. And, fucking wizards, man. Because when you get to the college, it is massive. You would have thought that this is a, maybe a keep or a castle itself. It's got large, ostentatious towers, with, could only be explained as giant crystals or gems that are either rotating the towers or that are built into the towers as like a observatory or some kind of channeling or refracting devices that elude you. But it definitely looks like there is some arcane shenanigans happening in here. But as I said, it is massive. You're just like, well, this has got to be it. This is where the guy said to go, and keep looking for the high towers. And everyone seems to be flying in and out of this area.
The doors just open. Show up to the door.
You're gonna have to go up to the door.
It. I have to open it.
You open the door. When you open it, it does open to a small receptionist room. Maybe a 15 by 10 room. Man, short in stature, but not quite of too short or too stout. Just maybe a short human. Maybe dwarven lineage, if there is a half dwarf. He looks up at you and adjusts his glasses and goes, yes, how can I help you?
I've only heard the rumors, but is there a that works here?
Colette, yes, let me see. And he kind of just,
I'm with you, by the way.
Yeah.
um,
I think it's the three of us. I don't.
No, I'm up.
he's
Oh, you
chasing.
haven't-
Yeah,
I'm
he's
in
doing his
traffic.
own thing.
So it's just
I'm in
us.
sky
Left you
traffic.
guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
We thought everyone was coming, but we just.
Yeah,
I got up
no.
to pee and everyone left.
Yeah, that's how it happens. He is typing. He's doing, like, just touching these magical crystals that are built into his desk. And he's looking at, like, past you. And you don't see him looking at anything. He's just,
Can I, like, close one eye and detect magic?
whatever he's typing is there is this
Is it like a weird sending spell?
kinda.
Computer?
It's essentially a magic computer, is the best way to explain it, where there is
Keyboard
this
button.
magical box that's in front of him, like in front of his vision. And whatever he's touching, there's a series of the stones. Each one of them are magical. It looks like evocation.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still blue screen.
And he's just,
Dispel magic.
No, it does look like, right? Or anti-magic zone. He goes, Colette, and what was the last name?
Murden.
And he spells it out to you and goes, yeah, no, it does look like she's here. It looks like she is in room 14-A3.
Their map.
Oh, this is your first time here, isn't it? Just go over to that door over there, and it's just a normal wooden door. Think that number, and then open.
What was the number?
14-32.
14A-32.
14A. That was close.
And if I was wrong, it's canon now.
There's going to be a silver dragonborn named Vol, who is
And he starts just typing away.
coming after us. I mean, he's with us. He's just a bit later. So if you can direct him to the same place, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
He's coming right for us.
That door?
That door. It's literally it's a small room. Door behind him, the door you came through. And then now someone else walks in, your stereotypical wizard, blue floppy hat and stars, staff, walking in. He goes, hey Jerry. He goes, hey, how's it going? And just kind of like is walking up to the door. And he's like, and he just kind of like sees that you're not going for the door, and he just goes for the door, stops, holds the handle, and then opens it. And it looks like it is an aviary. And it opens up to, and you see just like a bunch of either like griffins, weird bird creatures. You see a snake with wings kind of just go by, and he just walks in and closes the door.
What room was that?
Well, come on, Bill. Let's go meet your friend.
Okay. So we'll go, and I'll touch the door, and I guess think 14A32. And open it.
A32. So it opens up.
It's not as impressive as the first room.
Yeah, so it does open up. It seems a very dark room. What it looks like you open to is a dark room where it descends down an amphitheater. There are a bunch of tables and chairs, and it seems to be there is a glass window at the very bottom of the stairs. And it looks like there's something dark behind the glass. But it's a completely empty room as you open it.
This isn't.
And it's large. It's like 100 by 100 foot square foot.
Room number?
14A32.
I think it was -32. Is there a difference?
Does the dash matter? I'll close the door and think 14A-32.
The door doesn't recognize sarcasm.
And then I open it.
It.
Is it a different room?
It is.
Turns out it's the men's room. It's just, you go, oh, sorry.
You open it up, and it seems to be maybe an office. Is the best way to explain it for you. It seems to be like an office, and there's a bunch of bookcases and stuff, papers that are kind of flying around. Not quite like the origami papers, but it's just like if they were magic carpets. Just yeah, and they're just kind of flying about. And so you open it up, and you there's a person that stands up, and they look. It's a man. He's bald. Got like a tattoo on one side of his face that kind of goes down this way, and just kind of looks at you and goes, "Faculty or student?"
Neither.
What are you doing here?
I need information.
And then someone else pops up, and then another person pops up.
You found the groundhog.
Is there a Colette Morden here?
And then in the very back, someone pops up, and it's Colette.
Okay.
She's just in a red face.
And she just looks at you and she goes, "I don't know you. Who are you?"
I'll like approach really awkward and be like, "My name is Zeal. Do you have possible information for me?
I imagine you're walking past, and all these people are popping up out of their cubicles, and they're just all looking at you like, "The fuck is this person think they are?" Are you following behind her?
Yes.
Okay. Door closes behind you.
Nice.
So I'll approach her.
Yeah, and she kind of she's looking up at you, and she's just, I don't remember how Colette works. This is your,
She was a half-elf.
She was a half-elf.
Yeah.
So she was a half-elf. She's got very business ponytail. Bifocals.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the slightest crow's feet. And then she just has like a papers just all over her desk. And then like 3 open books. And then it seems like she has some kind of like familiar. It's got big ears. It's got a pug nose. Wings.
Excuse me.
And it's about maybe like 18 inches tall. And it looks up at you and goes, "Nyah." And she says like, "Hush." And he just like goes back to stamping papers.
Is it a homunculus?
It's a homunculus.
Oh, cute.
She's still just trying to take you in.
This is
and
Oriana.
She looks at, and you can see gears are clicking. And then she just kind of gets really afraid, and then goes reaching for a wand that's on her desk.
It's fine. It's fine.
And she points it at you, and she's like,
Oriana
"Who are you?"
steps in front of her.
My name is Zeal.
"I don't know anyone named Zeal. Who are you?"
About 22 years ago, I was dropped off at the church because
I'm sorry.
from what I heard, you traveled with those people.
She puts away her wand. She's like, "I'm so sorry." By the way, when she did that, all the other wizards popped up with their wands. The one guy with the tattoos had this just big iron staff that he was just like holding up like this.
Yeah. And Oriana, who is much smaller than Zeal, like, this conversation is now happening with Oriana, like, stepped in front of you. Like, you're totally just talking over her head.
But you're
Are
in the
you
middle.
like puffed up and acting big in front of
Yeah,
her?
she's like, she's got her book and her holy symbol, and then Tonda
It's just like buzzing.
is like buzzing right here and is all puffed up.
Okay. Yeah, and so she's just like, "I am so sorry."
It's not the first time. It's okay.
Let's just say the last time
Yeah.
Like
I understand.
and she kind of like, she seems like she's stumbling over her words.
I
and she
look
doesn't-
more like him.
Yeah, and I've kind of left that life behind me. And I just thought history was coming up to close some loose ends.
Perhaps we want to have this conversation in a more private location.
And then she's like, "Oh, yes." And she just kind of like goes over underneath her desk and
Yeah.
just presses something. And then all of a sudden you see these just black sheets just... And I don't know if you would have closed inside her cubicle.
Oh, you were in front of it.
Yeah.
And so if you guys had to step back into it a little more, then finally that last curtain would have... And until finally it goes completely over, and then you guys are in a completely black space. And then all of a sudden, boom, you guys are in a black void, and you can see the stars and constellations of the world, and you can see all the different moons that are floating there.
That's what I call a meeting room.
And she's just like, "Oh, okay."
It's just a projector. That ain't real special
Just parlor
effects.
tricks.
It's parlor tricks.
And so she's like, she sits down and she goes, "What can I help you with?"
So, I'm looking to kill something. I don't know where Dan is. I met with him before. He told me that you were
"Oh,
here.
you have? How is he doing?"
When I was like 16, I don't know how he's doing right now.
It's fair. Oh, I haven't seen him for a while. It's been a couple.
You're the closest person that I know that besides other people that I do not wish to speak.
I could see that, and I don't think they would want to speak to you either.
Figured.
She kind of just like, I am sorry about that. That's not a way to be, Yeah. But it seems like you're doing well for yourself. Good. And, you have your symbol out. She's like, Akros. He did say he was going to take you there.
He was a cleric.
Yeah, he was. Check it. Sorry. So, yes, I did get a good look.
Was ogre sightings.
Related?
I don't know, but whenever I see ogre, giant, only related stuff.
That's fair. I would have a bit of a diligence to that field as well in your predicament. And then she kind of just does minor illusion and just kind of like waves her wand over her hand, and it's a this just gnarled face, just like no lip at all. So it's just teeth, and he's just got this claw mark just deep into his face, which shows the bone that's kind of like healed up over the claw marks. It's almost like they've carved into the bone, and it just barely healed where the bone is, which is interesting for you, especially because you know that Oni, because even yourself, have this very potent regeneration ability where they can regenerate from any non-fatal wounds. And whatever caused that must have been one's mean, tough son of a bitch. So, but he looks very gnarly looking, and he has the same piercing eyes as yours, but unlike yours, his actually are glowing. And he's got the two big horns. Maybe in a very bad light, you could kind of see a resemblance, but far as you see, the only thing that you resemble is the fangs, the eyes, and the horns, and the blue skin. But besides that, it doesn't look anything like you.
That's it?
And she kind of like rubs a amulet. For a while, he was haunting my dreams. Something they can do. He has the ability to enter one that's sleeping and do mental anguish. You do meet him. Be sure to kill him. It took a lot of research to figure out how to. Parents would be proud if they were really your parents. But that did consume them. That's the reason why I and what was his name again? Adan doesn't have contact with us. Consumed them, and I don't somewhere
I was
up
told.
north. That's a one hell of a Is there anything else?
We have books here about them.
I
know as much as the church told.
There's quite a bit of books. You'll just have to go to the library and find a librarian. They'll be able to find. When you leave this room, go to the door. I think it's the west. Yeah, library west wing. That should be the one.
There's gonna be a dragonborn directed to this room.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was waiting for.
He's a part of our party. He's silver.
Oh.
Tell him.
We have a few Dragonborn students here.
His name is Vol.
Vol. Okay, I'll look for him.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
Anything else? Meanwhile, the whole time that you've been having this conversation, the little, pretty much pig monkey that's been sitting at the... will keep looking at you guys, snarls, and then goes back to stamping.
No, I am sorry if I, said it.
As I said, it was just... bringing up a very dark past. That chapter finally closed. And then she goes under the desk, press a button, and then immediately lights go out, the curtain, like this tapestry's kind of all just get all sucked back in. And it makes a faint, like whipping fabric noise until it all comes back and you're back into the office.
Maybe I'll see you again.
You do. Forward to it. Goes to shake your hand. Like, there's definitely a little bit of fear. Like, you can feel her wince when you actually go to shake because of your strength and the flesh. So, and she kind of just shakes, gives you a polite smile. Library, West Wing.
Pleasure meeting you.
Back to doing her papers. And the guy from the first office, as soon as the whipping happened back, he's sitting there back with his staff, sees that you guys are walking, and he's just kind of like pointing it at you guys.
I'll wave.
Oriana's pretty chill at this point,
Yeah.
but Tonda is still puffed up.
Still puffed.
She just looks like a giant ball of fluff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope Vol doesn't get mixed up.
We'll find out. Click.
Woohoo!
So,
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
God.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I got excited.
Woo! I'll tell you what, these guys, what they're doing, it's like, you got a broom, what's this, what's that, what do you got on a carpet? How'd you do that?
I'm following along each as far as I can, as quick as I can, asking questions, just absolutely excited. How do you get that to work? How does this happen? What is that all about? Where are you heading to? I mean, it's all these questions.
you get a bunch of different answers. Like, there's some people that are like, oh, I'm heading to my my 4 o'clock class. There's other people who are saying, oh, I'm heading to work, or I'm heading to, X place's house. Someone says,
Oh my god. They're flying brooms.
yeah.
And then I'm just going to go up and go. At this
There's
point.
one person that stops and starts asking you questions.
Yeah.
Goes, oh, how old are you? What's your physiology like? What's your diet like? And then goes, can I take a feather? And then they just pull it anyway.
Wow. Jeez.
Ah! Violated! Hold on. Hey, did I answer all your questions? Because you gotta ask you, so what are you doing that for? What's the deal? What are you doing?
He will just ask you a bunch of just like dietary questions. How long you've been living? What is it like being an Aarakocra and flying around? Do your bones break easier, or are they more resilient? And then finally, after like a good 10-15 minutes of asking you, he goes, is it a possibility I can buy your body after you expire?
Nice talking with you. See you later. Bye.
Oh, you split me. I
I gotta go.
Wow. Oh, wow. Maybe that's all. I should have made sure that, that's something else. I think the next step is me going back to the place where I skittered from, and because I don't remember them going to, I don't know what direction they actually went, so I'm just going to be back at the same place.
You do remember, because before you buggered off, Vol would have said he was heading to the Stout Wizard. It was the inn that he was at before. Okay. That's the only thing you remember, and then you...
Okay. So then I'll go to the spot where I jet, and then I'll just be standing there waiting. because I've been, or I'll just be hanging out, you know, maybe waving at people. How you doing? My name's Click. You know, the constant hello. How you doing? My name's Click. Like I'm advertising to be voted. You know, something.
Running for office.
Yeah, running for office. It's good to meet you. How you doing? You know, I'm a little. Anybody who has got a pad of paper and maybe a quill in their hand or something or whatever, I'm going to kind of not say hi necessarily, but I'm going to be everybody else. I'll just go ahead and do that. So.
Okay. While you do this, I imagine you do this for. I don't know how long it's going to take them, but I assume for the first hour, because it's been an hour for about all of them.
Okay.
You say hi to a bunch of people, and then there is someone that kind of comes up to you with a piece of charcoal and starts sketching you out.
Oh, what are you doing? What's that?
Oh, I'm just drawing you.
Oh, okay.
Could you put your wings out? And
Sure.
And it's
like
this, no. And it kind of does the Da Vinci.
Like that.
Like this?
Yes, there you go. And
Okay.
he's drawing you out.
Okay. How long do I have to hold this for?
Oh, I just keep, and then so
Okay.
you get a few drawings. Because
Yeah.
once this guy starts drawing, there's someone that peels off from the crowd and kind of starts.
You
drawing
guys are a
too.
bunch of artists. This is great. Look at artists. We started an artist circle. This is so great.
So yeah. So you
I
get
like
a few
artists.
first hour. A few people start sketching you
Can I have a
down.
picture?
They said they keep sketching.
Okay.
I'm gonna tag over to you.
Right, cool. So, on his list, bag of holding,
Okay.
bracers of archery,
Okay. So first question, what are the rarities of everything?
uncommon.
They're all uncommon?
All
You can find them all
uncommons.
here at your stereotypical pawn shops, pretty much.
Well, isn't that convenient?
There are some people who seem to, like, if you ask the one guy, he says, oh, I suggest you buy it from, X shop.
Yeah.
And he's like, just remember to, say my name. And he kind of gives you a wink. Yeah.
He's going to
Use promo code.
Yeah, he's going to Father. Are the shops close enough that he can basically shop around?
No. Because it is a giant ring that is this
Okay.
district that goes around the inner ring.
But they direct him to the one shop he can get to or something.
Yeah, it's a bit of a ways. It's like a 20-30 minute walk.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well then, he'll take that information and
When
run
you
with it.
you do pass by it, like maybe 2 or 3 other shops, but finally we're about to give up and go into one of these. You see it, you're like, oh, okay.
All right, cool. We'll go in, take a look at their stock, and so he is going to try and obviously talk him down a little bit or exchange. Can he appraise the value of the magical items that they have?
So you walk in, and
Yes.
it says the best deals anywhere. They're killer. That's all it says.
Oh. What's the shop's name again?
It doesn't. That's it. That's just. He didn't even give you a name. He says the best deals anywhere. They're killer. And then so you walk in,
Everything's cursed.
and you walk in, and you do see it is well stocked.
Yes.
There's like you can see all your items and everything sit behind glass shelves and stuff, and things are like shackled to it. And the bell rings, and you see a coiled up cat. And it kind of just looks up at you, stretches, and then sits and stares at you.
He'll look at it. Like, hello there. Look around. Is there anybody else in the shop? Okay. Well, is it sitting in like the sales counter? Like a portion that you don't walk behind?
Yep.
Well, he'll start looking around then.
It's just clocking you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, so he'll start looking around. Can he insight the cat? I'm assuming it's the shopkeep.
Yep.
Yeah. 16.
It looks like it's clocking you, making sure you don't steal anything.
Okay, alright, cool.
It starts cleaning itself, but
Yeah.
it's just staring at you intently.
It's
It's a
looking at
black cat. It's got red eyes, and it's got these like little tufts of fur that kind of
Okay.
come out. And it's just flicking its tail,
Okay.
looking at you.
There's no sign or anything that he hasn't seen.
Oh.
Okay.
Just staring at you.
Cool. He's looking for these items.
Yeah. So,
He finds them.
yeah, you can find the items and stuff. And it
Yeah,
just
when he
keeps
finds
looking
them,
at
the first one he finds, he'll look back at the cat before he takes it off the shelf and then walks it over to the
the cat.
counter.
Okay.
Yeah, puts it on the counter and he's like, that's all it does. Okay. Finds the next item, grabs it, puts it down, finds the next item. So I'm assuming the book prices.
Yeah, there's
Standard,
all
right?
there's all standard
500
prices.
for uncommons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, then. Fucking, he's got all the things there, and it doesn't have a. Okay.
The cat's still looking at you.
He's like,
it
this
stopped
is
cleaning.
This is everything.
And so finally it shapeshifts.
All right, thank you. Thank
And
you.
it's a 18-inch horned, winged, scorpion-tailed imp.
Great.
Cute.
Yeah.
Always good to bargain with devils.
And he's just like, wow, I figured that you were going to ask where the shopkeep was. He said you just kept on shopping like you owned the place.
I had a feeling that you were that you owned the place. As
It is my domain that I've been assigned to.
as you could say, and he sort of looks around and he's like, no one would leave their shop untended to this time of the day, and if they were, they'd put a sign up.
That or, items explode on,
Sort of-
leaving.
He's like,
Yeah.
so let's get to the chase.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna.
He's just like, I love the chase.
I'm looking at these items, and I have something for trade.
Ooh, trade. All right. Well, what do you have here?
All right. Well,
Call it trade.
he'll set it forth and praise it.
So, you roll your appraise.
Oh, yeah.
Is he still in my pot?
Why did I switch die, huh?
What would you get?
11.
Okay. You think it's worth maybe like
Because you rolled a nat 1 on your dice.
yeah. You think it's probably about maybe 100, 110 gold. You think you can try to start at 130 and then maybe whittle them down, but you think its value is about 100 gold.
Okay.
And so you put it down, and
Well-
do you like kind of say what it does? Try to upsell it,
Oh yeah.
because
Oh,
then
yeah.
he turns around. He like I imagine he shows you his butt pretty much. His wings kind of go out, and his tail's just flopping around, and he's
Yeah.
just like digging through something on the
inside.
backside, and then he pulls out a stick,
Okay.
and he just kind of like
step back. Let him.
takes it,
Let him.
just kinda-
let him do his identify.
yep, and he just
Yeah.
kind of rubs it around it, and then goes, well, that's pretty useless.
How do you mean?
Big iron pot that only makes food not poisonous.
Yeah, it's got plenty of use.
And he kind of just like looks at all the like, I got bags of interdimensional space here. He's like, oh, I got all these health potions. Like, what am I gonna need this for?
No, it's not what you need it for. Someone who doesn't get disease probably wouldn't have any need for poison
no,
resistance.
I know how
right?
bartering works.
Yes.
And he kind of looks at you. He's like, I'm probably 3 times, 4 times your age.
Yeah, well, I can't really change that, can I?
No. Best I can do is 50 gold.
That's a murder.
And he kind of goes, like points at the sign, like he's kind of like pointing at the front door, and goes, they are killer.
Yeah, but for whom?
Yeah, for me, I guess. Maybe get the best deals.
Tell you what. 100.
Roll me a persuasion.
Got this.
All right, there we go. 25.
Oh, yeah. So he says 50 gold, and you're just like, 100. He's just like, nah, you seem to know your shit. I'm not gonna fuck with the thieves.
All right. so we'll be like, we'll knock that off of one of
I
these
get you.
for the exchange. And then can he haggle them down for the others? Just.
Go ahead and look for it.
Is it one of those? If I. Yeah.
It's a roll off essentially. It's essentially like a.
I still have my inspiration.
Yeah. So it's essentially.
That's a 19 nat plus his
Okay, that's
Whatever.
fine. You're able to cut him down.
24.
How much is it in total with the
I think
100
it's
gold?
with the 100 gold.
Without the 100 gold, actually.
It's 3 uncommons, so that's 1,500.
1,500.
So 14.
So 14. We'll say that he knocks
So
off.
hot.
He knocks off
Come in, we got another supply.
224.
Ooh, okay.
Between this haggling that you guys spend about 20-30 minutes of him
So
really trying to
awkward
cut with you.
numbers wise, can we
Yeah.
just make it 225?
225.
All right, there we go. That's haggling. 225 off of the 1,500.
Yeah.
All right,
1400.
No,
Off
fi-
of
off the
15.
1,500
total.
Yeah, and then you get the 100 gold off of that with the purchase of or the selling.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
In
So
total,
325.
325
Yeah.
off.
Who has the calculator?
It's
He's got
it's
it.
75.
1175.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
We do a lot of this based
Yeah.
math.
Yeah, we
So we're
do.
gonna do-
So much math for
You guys catching up all this? It's gonna be a
At
test
least it's not
later.
like Pathfinder.
Yeah,
Well, look
Pathfinder.
at that. Cleared out all the gold evenly.
Cleared out.
And
all
then
the
so he
gold.
goes-
No, I mean the gold denomination.
The denomination.
After he sells it, and you've had to like, did you have to do any breaking?
Breaking?
Yeah, breaking of like
No,
platinum or
actually.
anything. Oh.
10 platinum, 175 gold.
Cool. He goes up to one of these like items that is under lock and key.
Oh.
Give me 100 platinum.
Yeah, 100 platinum. Yes. I just took off the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was a 100
Yeah.
digit.
He goes up to one of the lock cases, and it's essentially a best way to explain it is like a coin dispenser. It's about maybe a 8-inch by 8-inch like metal box,
Coin star.
essentially. He kind of pulls it out, and he goes, "Would I be interested in selling you a?" And he kind of sets it down. Coin dispenser. All breaks any kind of currency anywhere. Ups, downs, doesn't matter. Takes 10% right off the top.
Wait, hang on, sorry. You say, like takes 10% off the top.
Yeah, so if you are breaking 100 gold, it gives you 90 silver. Or like, yeah, so if you're doing
What?
100 gold, it'll give you 90
So-
gold worth in silver.
If you put in a gold piece, you get back 9 silver pieces.
Exactly.
where does the other coin go? I'm guessing it's got some links
Yeah,
to some other place.
You don't know how helpful it is to...
You know,
And it's any currency you need for any place.
Coinstar.
No.
Is this a portable Coinstar deal? That's so funny.
that's
Not worth
he's
it.
gonna sort of push it. Thank you for the offer.
Well, your loss.
You know, got some interesting things there, have you? Well, thank you for the business, and Aberthan's blessings. And then he's gonna leave. Yeah.
Turns back into a cat,
Yeah.
curls back up, and then kind of just...
Oh man. And then he's going to bag that stuff up. Well, actually, first he's going to put the things in the bag.
In the bag
holding.
holding.
He's like, yay! And then he
What all did you buy?
stuff for people.
You'll find out
And-
when he divvies them out.
Yeah, exactly. There will be surprises. Then
Surprises.
he's going to go to like not a scrapyard, but basically like where they have
Not here.
what
Yeah.
wherever they would have. He's going to ask for
It would be-
directions.
It would be outside in the common quarter.
Yeah, like something like that. That's what he's looking for.
Okay, so yeah.
Does he have time in the day?
I would say it's about you guys
He'll
got...
get a cab or something. If he's,
Yeah, if you can get a
he's
cab,
quick.
it will take you about 20 minutes just to ride.
Okay. I'm guessing like what, like 5 silver for a ride.
In Beatrice, they're a dual, what is that?
Husband wife.
Yeah, husband-wife.
Dual god
deities.
goddesses.
So just take those two, put them together, and add
Different
mass
personalities
to it, and you've got essentially their version of Christmas because we're going to be getting some stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
all
call it that.
All right. continue.
Ether Abermus?
Ether Abermus.
Don't encourage.
Yes,
Don't
Ether Abermus.
Why you encourage?
Ah!
Don't encourage.
That's why people love the church.
Ether Abermus!
Ether
I love
Abermus.
Ether Abermus.
Yes.
My favorite holiday.
So,
Headcanon.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, get me over there,
Going
Scotty.
on my notes.
So
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get a cab. It does take you about 20 minutes to get there. And it's essentially a junkyard is what it is.
and
It's
basically he's stocking up on his tinker supplies and stuff
Yep.
to
yeah.
yeah,
So
cheap items that have
big
been
things they have
broken.
there is carts, and wagons, and then
extra materials for the cart.
Yeah, and then
to repair it.
he kind of directs you if you're looking for tinker tools. He does kind of point you towards. It's a little morbid. It's pretty much dead. It's like a graveyard of Warforge. Is essentially what it is. There's also other mechanical things in there, but like while you're picking through the pieces, you pick up a head, and you're like, "Oh, this is," and you like turn it around, like, "This is a neat helmet." Turn it around, and it's a Warforged head, and you're like,
Please put me down. I'm not done yet.
and it's just like, oh. And then you notice and you see it arms and legs and torsos in there.
Oh my god!
So I don't know how
It's
your
like
character would
iRobot.
feel. Essentially,
It's a great deal.
I mean, if you put it back together and figure it out.
Exactly. If anything, it's putting it to use.
So
Yeah,
I mean, you could.
he collects a number of stuff, and he wants to get like some broken pieces and stuff that he can basically
For the wagon and stuff, yeah.
Well, like
Oh, like
little things that you can basically tinker with.
okay. There's a
Little
couple
objects.
things that are like in there, but
Like-
there's nothing. Player to DM, there's nothing that is just a quick mending.
No, that's not.
Yeah,
He
yeah. A
wants
lot of things are
something
going to take
actually
tinkering,
work on.
acting. It looks like a lot of things are just missing pieces.
Yeah,
So
that's-
it looks like you're either going to have to figure out a way to find out what piece is missing, fabricate, and then put it in.
Yeah, he's doing and looking through the antique shop
Yeah,
or something that he could make
exactly.
put into that.
So,
he does that.
You find a couple of knick-knack paddywhacks. That's what I'm going to just
That's
say it is.
exactly
that's
what it's
that's
for.
what you're going to put it under your description. It's going to cost you 40 gold for all the parts and pieces you get. And it's a series of 5 checks or 5 items. If you can fix the items, it's going to be each one of them is going to be 50 gold each. Okay? So it's 40 gold
to
now
make them...
you're purchasing.
Okay,
But
yeah.
every one you fix is going to be 50 gold worth of Tinker's item.
Okay.
Nondescript Tinker item, pretty
Alright.
much.
These are things that he's not like, I'm just sinking this gold in and
Yeah.
not going to get a return.
Yeah, so this
Okay, cool.
that's something that player to DM that
He'll do the
you're
checks later?
Yeah, these are checks that you'll have to do later on downtime, but that's what those are.
Knickknacks. Got it.
5 uses of knickknack
It says
paddywhacks.
Jehusa What's and Buenamoonies,
Yep,
along
essentially.
with your
MacGuffins.
MacGuffins. That's right there.
Alright.
Yeah, and at
And
this point,
whatchamacallits.
and whatchamacallits, and at this point, if he starts pulling in a song that goes along with it, that'd be
Who's
great
it and the
too.
what's it?
Yeah, the who's it's and the what's it's, and you getting all excited and then spinning around, and man, it's a great scene.
I have no idea. These are references I'm not understanding.
I'm just putting down that info. Caden's done his dealio.
What's
Ooh,
it?
nice
Galore.
Yeah.
In all fairness, when I hear that song, I think of Richard and Slaughter Your World.
Thingamabobs.
You've got a dark side, sir.
Yeah,
Just one?
Oh, yeah.
It's the only side I have.
Yeah, it's like, welcome to the other dark side.
This side, this is my dark side.
Yeah.
This is also
Yeah.
my dark side. They're
In
both
profile.
my dark sides. But yeah,
Cool. He's
Yeah.
done his thing, and then he
Cool.
heads back.
and you start heading back to where?
The inn that he knows the name of and can get directions.
Okay.
Library.
Okay. With quick directions, you're able to make it to the
Yeah,
library.
I'm actually moving pretty fast.
Yeah,
too.
you're booking. I assume
Without-
the first
I mean,
person
I'm wearing,
you come to.
I'm wearing full armor, so I'm like, but I'm not like running. I'm just kind of a light jog.
So good.
So, they would have directed you to the college, and they would have, when you said library, they would have been like, which wing?
Research.
What?
Well, with the guy at the
We
desk,
gave him.
Yeah, but he's not there yet. He's asking people for the library, and he
he
just.
would have told you he was at the wizard school.
Yeah.
I'm at the
Yes.
wizard school.
Oh.
Oh, you're there now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you.
No, I would have headed
Yeah.
straight for the wizard
Okay,
school.
okay,
and
okay.
asked
So
them for
when
the
you get
library.
there, and when you get to the library, so this is the guy at the desk,
Mhm.
and he sees you and he goes, "Ah, hello. Vol, is it?
Yes.
Oh, come in, come in. You've been expected."
Who expects me?
They didn't give their names.
Oh, wait, my friend's here. Sorry.
Yes.
All right. Scared me for a moment.
All right. Alright, so see that door?
Yes.
Alright, you're gonna go over there. You're gonna hold onto the handle. What was it again?
14A-32.
Do not forget the dash.
14A-32. Just think that, then open the door. That's where they are.
Was this some kind of magic?
He just smiles at you and goes, yes, hold on. What did I call it?
I've got a bag of drinks in my
Yeah.
Don't want it to
I
have a
did
chemical
one of those
reaction.
in real life.
Yeah.
When you say, is this some kind of magic? He just says, where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. He's like, yes, welcome to the Arcanus Universitatis.
Universitatis.
Of course. Oh, thank you. So just touch the door and think the directions.
Yes.
And do I need to knock first, or
No, just think it, open, and then walk in.
14A-32?
Yep. I assume you think the right thing. It's funny the first time, not so funny the second time. So,
I'm very literal. So
Yeah.
Wait, did you say 8 or A?
no. It,
Ah, dang it.
it's funny the first time. I'm not gonna. So yeah, you walk in and you see a office with a bunch of people, and this guy pops up with tattoos on his face. He goes, "Faculty or students?" And then like a lady in the back
I
corner.
go, visiting scholar.
A lady in the back corner goes, "Is it a dragonborn? I can't see over your fat head." And
Yes, madam, it is a dragonborn.
So she comes kind of jogging. So she's like, comes up to you, and she's like, "Oh, okay. Zeal and your friend were just here, maybe about an hour ago. Close the door,
Oh, sorry.
and then. So now, when you hold that door handle, think library, west wing. They should be somewhere in there.
All right.
Okay.
Is it just the two of them?
I don't know who's in the library right now.
Of my party.
Oh,
Was it just the two of them?
and the little hummingbird.
How little?
And she kind of just like.
Oh, all right.
There.
I go, well, it seems I've overshot. Do you want one of these?
What is it? And she's like, "Oh, is this from the Stout Wizard?
Yes.
Which one is it? Last time I had, I was green for a week."
He said it's to help you study for a long time.
Oh.
He did mention you would have to use the restroom quite often.
That shouldn't be a problem.
And then
He
I will.
doesn't tell people to make sure they've had a meal beforehand, does
No.
he? Oh,
Yeah.
he's setting people up.
Yeah, send people up.
God.
So then I'll go so just to her library
Yes,
West
just
Wing.
West Wing.
I've got it.
Yeah.
Well, I said to her library West Wing.
Yep, and she nods. Okay.
Good, carry in the
You guys.
So should I roll an investigation?
So when you guys arrive
Oh.
at the library, it is a Raiders of the Lost Ark, ever expansing. Just I haven't seen it. Jesus.
It's a big building.
It's a big building with just a warehouse that just seems to go on for as far as the eye can see.
Okay.
Bookshelves about maybe 30 feet tall.
Okay.
And you guys see in front of you there's a desk.
I'll go up to the desk with Oriana.
Okay. You step, there's a mat. Just is in front of the desk inconspicuously. Do you step on it?
I think Oriana would.
She doesn't.
You don't step on the mat?
No.
So you're.
Is this magical?
Oh,
It is. It's
Yeah.
conjuration.
she turns it on. She's like, "It's conjuration," and there's no like librarian or anything. She's like, "I think it might summon the person in charge."
Okay.
So Oriana will like,
Just hesitantly, or do you full step?
she'll like raise her skirts just a little bit so she can like intentionally step on it.
You step on it, and from on the other side of the desk, an ethereal person
Yeah.
shows up. It's a man. Only ethereal from the head to waist, and then rest kind of just wisps.
Okay.
And he just goes, yes, how can I help you? What are you here for the library for?
We are searching for information on Oni.
Elaborate.
Um.
There 63 books containing Oni. Would you like all 63 books?
I don't want fairy tales.
Local Oni history.
Just histories of Onis. Maybe journals containing them.
Talk like Paul Beck.
I'm trying to remember my Boolean search terms over here.
There are 2 books with said found quandaries.
Like just the history and stuff like that.
And is this what you want?
Yes, please.
Snaps. And all of a sudden, just from far in the distance, you see just 2 just zooming all the way towards you guys until finally 2 books just stop right in front of you because you're standing in front of it. So it's just 2 books just here and here, just zooming about like maybe 150, 100, 200 miles, just until right there in front of you. And they're just sitting there.
And she'll reach up and...
If we need more books, can we come back and talk to you?
Remember, keep all open flames away from material at this library.
Of course.
And then he disappears.
Are there like workstations?
Mm-hmm. Just slightly to the left.
Are they in common?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll each take one and we'll go to the table.
And just read.
Okay. Who wants to take lead in the investigations, or you guys want individual?
I have a +3. What do you have?
I'll help you.
Okay.
So if you got him.
One.
So you find a diary of a person about 100 years ago, talking about a clan of Oni and giant kin, I guess would be the best way to explain it. It goes into some graphic detail of how these Oni bully and are belligerent to each other, and the chieftain of the Oni is only as strong as he is terrible. And so they rule by terror and might. They like to live in small clans of 8 to 12. Anything bigger, and they either dissolve or fracture. The best way to explain what this book's contents is essentially it's the equivalent of a Volos, of where it's this guy who's kind of just been keeping tabs on these Oni until it cuts off with him saying, "Oh, got too close."
Okay.
That's it. It ends
Any
there.
blood there?
No, that's
Is
it.
there any information that I
Seems more
didn't
worrisome.
know?
Everything matches up. The one thing that does seem interesting is that they don't. A lot of the legend talks about how they like to impersonate. They like to sow duress and fear and subjugate. But this is all stuff that you pretty much knew. It has some common stuff talking about how they like to eat people because the fear that someone has before they get killed and eaten is what's delicious to them. But it doesn't seem like anything. Finally, in one of the pages, you find out when he's describing the Oni. And you're just like, once you get to that point, like you flip through it a couple times, you flip to the end to see how useful it is, and you go back and you're like reading page after page and page, and you find a description page, and you read the red, and you're like, shit.
I don't think this is the right book or location.
What about the second one?
Yeah. Second book.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna use your same check. That one is talking about same author, published 3 years previous.
So 3 years before that?
Mm-hmm. And it goes into a more elaborate detail about Oni and stuff, and how this tribe fights the other tribes, how red Oni hate blue Oni, and it doesn't seem any helpful because I don't know what you're looking for because there wouldn't be a name or anything.
Yeah,
that
she's
would be
not looking for
associated.
names. She's looking on for information like how they would maybe fight or how do they like.
They fight to win and they will do anything at any cost. The one thing you do find out is they are honor bound. They love magical items, and acquiring magical items is a boon to them. And an Oni that can acquire one magical item is seen way more powerful than the rest. 2 magical items is a lord, 3 is a king.
So one magical item equals.
It just talks about how they acquiring magical items is seen as
Makes them higher up in the chain.
exactly. These magical items, as I said, it's not the magical items use, it's magical item in general. It's just possessing magic is what puts them as a higher social standing than others. Oh my gosh.
Good one, Wonder.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
inspiration.
Hold on to that. Start a sweepstakes.
Right?
Cash in your inspiration.
God.
I'm gonna save on. I'm gonna hold on to mine.
So, I assume we should be expecting him to have items.
Indeed.
But yeah, as I
Do
said,
they talk
they'll have
about them
items.
being in charge of ogres or anything like that?
they will dominate anything that they can get under their heel. So it's more prestigious for an Oni to dominate other Oni, but they will suffer the lesser races if they, can't take a step up over their own kind.
Tremble in fear at my flea circus.
Essentially.
Isn't that just the infestation spell?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. It's a cantrip. Don't worry about it. It's a brooch. It's something.
And then every once in a while, when he casts it, just do do do. And you're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Sorry.
My mind goes
Tangents.
So, Oni's research. Anything else?
And then does Vol come in? Because I assume this takes a bit of.
Yeah.
That's before they've even gotten souped up.
Do you want to perhaps see if we can get books specifically about Blue Oni?
The puns.
Yeah. I'll go back to the front desk.
Mm-hmm. You have the same kind of interaction. You're looking for just blue books on blue
Oni.
books on blue Oni.
Books on Blu-ray.
Right. Books on Blu-ray. See, that's how it happens. You get 6 different books that are just about blue Oni.
Take all 6 books.
Okay. A lot of the same correlating information. It seems like one thing that hammers hard is they eat children. They prefer to eat children. Children are the delicious thing. They like to cause fear. One hell of a healing process or regeneration that they have. And they're honor bound, but fight to win. And will do anything to win. But they do have a strict code, I guess.
Can we find out anything about resistances or vulnerabilities?
It does not look like they have any resistances or vulnerability.
Nothing that counteracts the regeneration?
There's a lot of scholars who say cutting off the head and killing it outright. But the accounts, there's a book that talks about wizards, and it says using the chill touch cantrip works wonders. It's like one of those things, any wizard that doesn't use chill touch on trolls, Oni, and other regenerating types of things, like Hydras, is a fool. And it has like a little editor's note, and then it calls out like a wizard.
You
Like-
dipshit.
Yeah, like it's like one of
Jones?
those like author is challenging like doing a clap at
Rudy
another.
the Green. Why'd you never
Yeah,
learn that
yeah.
cantrip?
Yeah.
You bitch.
Like saying all necromancy magic is useless and evil, and yet took you forever. As I said, it's just like a clap back kind of thing. He's clapping out
I hope we hear more about this rivalry.
of like 200 years ago.
Well, like the Bone Wars,
The Bone Wars.
well, the Magic Wars. wizards going at it. So,
And
Yeah, Oriana will just casually mention, like, oh, it's a good thing I have that spell.
and as soon as you go, oh, that's a good thing, Walt walks in.
Oh, there
And
you
this
are.
is the most books you've ever seen. Like, it is as far as your eye can see. And you see them maybe 40, 50 feet ahead of you, a little bit to the right. Desk.
I've, just a whisper, right?
There's no one
There's
in
no
here.
one else in here.
Oh. Well, then,
Apparently 4 Dragonborn go to this school.
Oh, I brought you something. Oh, speaking of Dragonborn, there's one staying at our hotel.
Did you talk to him?
I did.
What was his name?
I didn't ask.
Well, that was kind of rude.
You didn't ask me my name.
this is awesome.
Well, what's your name?
Oh.
Well, there you go.
No, but he's a red dragon. I have to explain this all the time. I know you think that the color of a dragon's scales doesn't matter. And you may be correct in some cases. However, the way a dragonborn like me is made is probably the same way a dragonborn like him is made. Parents gifted the dragon ability by an elder or ancient dragon. Ancient red dragon. Lives close to here, possibly. Maybe he rules a city.
So you're saying that was gifted from him?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a possibility.
Is it necessary?
Oh, here's a drink, by the way.
Thank you. Is
One
it
for you too. I thought everybody was going to be here, so I brought enough for everybody. I gave one to some woman in an office.
Okay.
I haven't tried them myself yet.
anyway? Is it necessary for a dragonborn such as yourself to follow the dragon that made his parents?
Your parents didn't. They did for a while, and then they decided to go do their own thing.
Right, but they still revered.
They still revered him, but they didn't worship or like constantly had to go visit him.
No, but I do have a
Vol.
500 pages about him.
Yeah,
so
just
they
like
kind of were
having
like
kids.
up on the dragon tip. I'm very street.
Just because he might be related to that red dragon doesn't necessarily mean that he's evil.
No, you're absolutely right.
Or else I would be evil.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I'm just saying
Well, maybe
it's
you could make
something
friends.
to be careful about.
You haven't seen any other of your kind besides your...
No, you're right.
Maybe he has some insight into different things about your people.
Like what?
I mean,
He's only met 2 others besides myself and his parents.
yes, but perhaps
No, 3 others.
You were-
said that was before.
you were very young when your parents passed.
Yes.
Perhaps there are things about growing up that they would have liked to tell you that are maybe
Like
sort
what?
of niche. There just might be some specific dragonborn things that someone other than another dragonborn wouldn't be able to.
I can't think
Like, so you don't
possibly
wake
what.
up breathing your weapon everywhere.
Like your weapon thing. Like your
Well.
breath weapon. How to control that.
Well, I can control it.
But maybe he knows how to control it while you're asleep.
Yeah, you'll be sleep burping all the way.
I know why sometimes the room is very cold while I'm sleeping. I usually wake up when it happens, and it's not an accident.
Okay.
It comes when I'm in emotional duress.
Okay. Perhaps he has meditation techniques?
Are you able to stop your nightmares with meditation?
No.
Are you particularly gifted in meditation?
There are elves more gifted than me.
But you've studied it probably more than a dragonborn.
Well, you need to talk to your own kind sometimes.
You're all. Talk to a therapist. A good
Give
old
us a little more
dragonborn
insight
therapist
on-
can do it.
Some questions.
Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, just breathing cold stuff everywhere.
It's just erupting.
There's also Dragonborn here if you feel more comfortable talking to it than one of
What, do I just go around asking? If I touch the doorknob and go bring me to the next Dragonborn, will I go there?
I don't know.
You don't know.
You could ask the guy at the desk.
Maybe they have a club.
Oh. I've never
Scales.
attended a school, actually, so I don't know what goes on in the school.
No, it's chess
But
club.
this is quite an extensive library. I wonder if my parents ever came here.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I do not know.
So what are we doing?
We have found most of the information we think we need.
That aren't just stories.
So we know where the orc village is then.
No.
We know what the face mask with the big horns means.
We were researching Orny.
Oh. Why?
It's almost like when you look at Oriana and then you look at Zeal, it's almost like the question is staring back at you.
I thought we were hunting whoever did that awful thing to the
It
orc
could
village.
be
Connected.
connected.
Oh, alright.
It is a bit of a stretch.
I'm thinking with everything that has the word ogre, giant, or oni, checking it out.
That
And we
is
did agree to help her in her quest. to-
Absolutely.
So it seemed prudent while we were in such a place.
So the usual stuff doesn't work then.
Well, it does. They have a potent regeneration,
Oh, that could be a
and
problem.
I'm the only one with a spell who can counteract it.
Oh, well, there you go. So it's not a fire thing then.
No.
Good.
Not trolls.
Sure.
It is,
But most creatures have the ability to regenerate. As far as I know, fire stops it.
it is a common thing, I suppose.
You want to sit down and help us?
Love to.
There's 2 other books that we haven't. I'm gonna try it.
I'm not tired yet, so.
I'm gonna try it.
it's sweet and bubbly.
It tastes like a rock star.
Oriana is amused by this, and she'll drink
It
it.
tastes like has your character ever smelt acid before?
Like the drug, or
No. What is their experience with alchemical processes?
probably not much.
It smells like some kind of material or substance that breaks down chemicals or
Does it have like an ozone
I know that's a little bit.
Okay.
It's like a
It's
sharp.
So it smells like a lightning strike.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy.
Very heavy, and
Chemical.
when you just taste it, that taste sits in your nose. Keep smelling it.
Bubbles and
And keeps bubbling in the back of
Fizz.
your neck.
fizzy.
She'll just put the cap back on.
Does not go back on.
You cracked the lid.
Oriana drinks hers.
Okay. You have advantage on
It's just that-
all intelligence-based checks.
For today. Or for the next 8 hours.
4 hours.
4
And
hours?
you have a desperate need to pee.
Oh. It's afterwards. That's the side effect.
Is peeing all the time?
You'll see.
Or will she...
What was the quote? Was pee
Is this
really
safe to
hard?
drink?
Well, a lot of people were drinking them.
That's a lie.
They were
You had
drinking
to,
thing.
you had
They
to
were drinking
pump it out.
things.
You had to switch the set over.
I asked them for something non-alcoholic that would help keep me awake if I was doing.
That's
a
when the
little
college
study.
kids come in. Oh, you guys want some more of those, eh?
She'll just sip it through her studying.
It's hard to sip. It is not a fun thing to sip because that
Chug,
smell.
chug, chug,
It's
chug.
an 8-hour energy.
Yeah, that smell sits
Chug,
in your
chug,
nose.
chug,
You just-
chug, chug, chug.
So she'll just.
Start kicking in pretty quick.
oh yeah,
So what are we looking up now?
it's like sipping a health
What aren't
potion
you looking up
versus
now?
like chugging a health potion.
Um.
So As I said, any kind of knowledge check or intelligence checks are made at advantage for the next 4 hours.
Nice.
I think.
Also,
Yeah.
a little twittery. Just
I think after about a minute or so, and we don't have like an immediate goal because Oriana has downed hers, she's like, I think I have a question for the guy at the front desk thing.
Me too.
And she gets up and goes to the librarian.
Yeah.
And when he appears, she asks for books on the Valley of Cinders.
0 search query.
Then she'll ask for general books on the Ember Kingdom.
Empire of Embers.
Empire of Embers.
He stops and he goes, and his voice changes to a deep voice
Mm-hmm.
and goes, authentication password needed.
He goes, never mind.
And then it changes, like the ectoplasmic state changes, and it changes into a dark-haired, shaved on the sides, and then kind of like that swoop on the back, and beard, mustache, and glasses.
Is it an old Asher?
No. And he just kind of looks and goes, and it's just this like floating head. It's just like, who are you? State your business.
My name is Oriana. I am visiting the city and your library. I did not know it was in a restricted section. I'm not pushing the issue.
Which wing are you in?
West.
Send a magistrate immediately. And then it just...
She's like, okay, I'll just wait here.
So she would want to come back.
Hmm?
She would go back
to...
the desk.
Okay.
And
Within 15 minutes, someone comes through the door. Doesn't look familiar. It's a human female. Looks young, maybe mid to late 20s. She's got blonde hair. Kind of like the short, not quite pixie, but like the way I imagine it is like the short haircut for Cat Marvel. She's got that haircut. She's wearing these elaborate robe/suit look, and then there's this long-haired elf, high elf. Was the first high elf that you've seen.
Yeah.
He's got glasses, and he's just kind of like walking behind her, carrying a bunch of papers and stuff, and then drop something, and then sorry, picks it up, and she just comes like marching up to the desk, looks, sees you guys, and comes marching up to you guys.
Yeah.
What's her name? Just gonna
What
ask
do
you
you
now.
She
my
goes.
parents like asked about something in our restricted section.
She goes. Which one was the one that asked about the Empire of Embers? So she sits at the table, and the guy stands behind her, and she's just like, well, now I have to do a formal investigation of this. I'm Lilith Delmore, magistrate of Edionis. Badge number
What's
63894.
your last name?
Delmore.
We're friends with your brother.
Which one?
Warden.
Warden? And she like kind of looks at the three of you and goes, "Oh yeah, no, I'm so sorry. Oh, my mistake. I'm his sister. Hi." And she kind of like shakes her hands, and she's just like, "I'm Lilith.
I'm sorry.
Well, this is gonna be awkward. I'm guessing he's in
Please
town."
continue with your investigation.
He went to visit your parents, I believe.
Okay, and she kind of just looks back and she's like, "You're gonna have to note all this. I'm sorry." Hold on, what's his name?
Sparky.
Sparky.
Tony Sparky.
Tony Sparky.
Louse.
What?
Louse. And she
I
just
like
says Louse. Sparky. Yeah.
Tony
And so
Sparky.
she's just like, It's like, well, okay. So, why were you looking up the Empire of Embers?
I
I think she was
am-
trying to prove to me that not all red dragons are evil.
That is not what I was trying to do at
Oh,
all.
never mind then.
This guy's just
I
everything that you guys are saying.
I am an oracle of Silitrom. I have received a prophecy that may or may not have to do with any of them, and I'm looking for some more information to confirm or deny what my prophecy is about.
Okay. So she's just like, so what does it have to do with the Empire?
And the only location listed in the, given in this prophecy is the Valley of Cinders, which means nothing to me or anyone I've asked, but sounds vaguely fire-related and bad.
She just kind of nods. She goes, yeah, that's a bit foreboding.
And so I was trying to see if it had anything to do with there. I did not realize it would cause a big to-do.
Yeah, she's just like, well, that's kind of what happens with, especially with all the stuff that's been happening the past 20, 30 years. She kind of just gestures out. She's like, apparently they're expanding again. Rumors that it's supposed to be coming this way. They're thousands of miles away.
This expansion, what form does it take? No, I mean, they're expanding their influence? Are they, recruiting? What?
At all. Apparently, whatever he's doing over there. First off, the terrifying thing, and she kind of gets really dead serious. She's like, we can't see it. You know what that's like? To be someone who specializes in being able to dig and see and look into things that is unknown and then just come up blank.
No, I have no idea what
I am familiar.
That is terrifying.
You can do that.
Divination.
So, if some
Dwarf
say...
is not super.
So if
He's got other
say,
talents.
a person with some large humanoid bodyguards was attacking orc villages trying to enslave them, might that be coming from the valley? Or the enslaving empire?
She's like, I would hope not. I mean, it sounds like something that would be happening, but
Because
that
it
sounds...
happened about a day away from here.
Yeah, no,
to the
it's what I've
northeast.
heard.
But you mean you can't see it magically? Not that you
Mhm.
can't see it. If you were to go there, you could see it
Mhm.
physically. It's not
It is-
invisible.
No, it is something that's happening over there in this space of whatever is happening in that area is a null zone for any kind of scrying or knowledge-seeking divination magic. It seems like there's just a giant backspace.
I don't have any divination.
The only reports that we get are any kind of spies or refugees that make it this way. And that's all hearsay. So then you have to start going through and scrolling through people's brains. Do you know what that's like?
No, I haven't.
That is and she just kind of, but. She kind of just looks back and she goes, but that's all it was? You're an oracle of Silitrom,
Yes.
Valley of Cinders.
Which came up with no results,
No
and so I
results.
went to the
Makes sense. if it-
inference. Like I said, I did not mean to cause.
No, it's fine. As I said, it's just only we have a. There was a spy a few years ago that made it.
Oh.
And so ever since then, it's been on high alert.
I imagine so.
So
Is there any way that I could appeal to get access to?
well, the quickest way is if you talk to the Archmage. That'd be the quickest way. I think Burkhart's Belmore. Older brother, less fun. Takes after dad.
Does all your family?
No. Oh, I work with the magistrate. So,
So, Ward's older brother is the Archmage.
no. He's the valedictorian of the college. he's the tutelage. He's being preemed and propped and everything. Dad's so happy. But, off the record. And he kind of just like, and kind of like holds up the book. He's like, he's a douche.
I don't know what that is.
Maybe that's why you need to speak to another dragonborn.
But, on the record, he is, said being preemed. So, it's seen in the next maybe 20, 30 years that he could be Archmage when the Archmage retires. I mean, you know how wizards are. We tend to live for a long time.
So is this information you need, Ariana? Do
I'm
we
not
need to
sure
make
if
an appointment?
I would like to make an appointment if that's at all possible.
Sure. We'll see if we can try to squeeze something in. I mean,
Get
if
you
you
in the next
know,
year.
sorry, you know, Warden. Honestly, Bree Delmore is trying to, grease the wheel should be enough. Yeah, we can see what we can do about that.
I much appreciate it.
Well, seems like this is nothing. It's like that's everything.
So can you see in the dark?
She looks puzzled at you.
I can't either.
On me?
Yeah, you roll it. What you kind of get from her is that when you say that, she seems like she kind of like clocked what you were stepping and then answered no. Like she got what you were trying to get at and was just like no, and then like why would you be asking kind of thing, and then realize you shouldn't be asking. I guess would be the insight that you kind of get from that feeling. Oh, we'll be getting off.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Likewise.
Lilith, right?
Lilith, yes.
You can find people.
Yes.
How much does that charge to find someone or something?
I usually work for the capital, so I'm not
Do you take
a rental
tuition?
wizard.
There are rental wizards.
Sure there is.
You can't do
Who are you trying to look for?
a Oni creature.
Ianoni. And she kind of like looks at you and goes, "Oh, okay. I guess. Do you have a name?
Yes.
Oh, that helps.
I was told with yours.
Do you have a name?
I do. I thought you said.
I did tell you.
Okay.
I just
It was Zonko.
was like, okay.
He has a bone exposed on his face. He's blue.
She kind of just nods and she goes, okay, how about this? Maybe we meet at the family place tomorrow. And we'll have a little, I'll take the day off. You take the day off too, Azels. And he just kind of nods. He's like, yes, my lady. Kind of just like, he keeps fidgeting and like, it seems like even though he's standing still, he's like tripping over himself. Like this guy's very klutzy. Yeah. And he's just like, I'll definitely pen it in when we get off duty. She's like, all right. Well, where's Warden? Why is he not with you?
He went to speak to your parents.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right.
No way.
Some conversation.
I just put two and two together. You're the one who watched the Siege of Avison.
Yeah.
That's
work.
right.
You guys are quite capable.
Do our best.
I know he gets himself in a lot of trouble, but
Does he? So far, he's been pretty much absent whenever there's trouble. So. Oh, Medraz. Oh boy.
God. See, this is why he gets inspiration. But she's like, well, I don't know how much of his history that he told you about, but
Oh, very little.
no, he has a problem of finding trouble. Maybe he's turning over a new leaf and he's learning to skate by and kind of avoid it. He usually winds up neck deep in it and buried alive.
Alright.
I feel like that's just a story for another time.
Yes! Maybe you can ask him. It's not my place to say. Well,
Have
So
a lovely day.
thank you.
You gotta tap on potentially locating this.
Yeah.
So we just put these books away?
I think they put it away on.
You guys don't know.
I'm gonna step on the book thing. There's the carpet. The carpet thing.
So
Summoning.
Book summoning carpet?
So the figure from
She's
before
already gone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
shows up and she goes, "Welcome to the library. How can I help you find
Do
something?"
you guys put the books away?
Place any books you have finished doing your research with
Hey,
onto the table.
Oh, I'll go. Yeah, I'll bring them. I'll bring them over.
question. Do you have
Answer.
any books that have half onis?
The
What
biology.
percentile?
The ecology of the half Oni.
45.
You have student. Oh, I have to step on the carpet, don't I?
When you walk over to, he's like, "No, I'm already been summoned."
Oh, sorry. Pardon me. I step back off.
Stepping on his toes.
Yes.
No, I was waiting for her to be done.
Oh. Any other searches? Inquiries?
Our student registry is available here.
Negative. The library. Any research of past students is available.
Is there any books containing the name Winterborn?
Parents have gone to this college.
I don't know.
He's trying to discover.
They could have when they were human. I don't know.
There's three books containing the name Winterborn, or three registries that contain Winterborn.
Can I see them?
So he just kind of lists off three Winterborns because it's not a book. It's more of like a
Oh, references.
references.
Okay.
So it's not your parents' names.
Okay.
But
That's it. Thank you.
there are some Winterborns that have been.
I mean, it's not a very common name, but it's. I imagine there's a few others. That's all I have. I don't have any real research. I think our next job is to go to the village and do research. I'm still sitting on my carpet. I think our next job is to go find out where that catastrophe happened and see if we can find any traces, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Right? Now look at this shadowy figure.
He just looks. He's like, I'm not sure you're asking me questions of.
So we should go back to the inn now.
Oh, right. I have your keys.
Thank you.
They look like little, flying
Hexagons.
saucer.
Yeah, they're a
Hexagons.
hexagon with a gem in the middle. And does anyone speak Draconic?
I do.
So you two, yours is 1-3,
Okay.
and yours is just scribed in these arcanic runes.
I don't know.
That I know. And it looks. The best way to explain what Draconic looks like is their script looks like it's made with claws. So you have a deep wherever the first score mark is a round hole, and then there's the kind of pull with the script.
Oh, I think that says room 2. It says room 2. I've got room 1. Mine has the window out to the back.
Oh yeah. It's 1A to
2A.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
It was 1A, B, C.
1A, yeah, 1A, B, C. My bad. You're right. Thank you.
Because room or floor.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah, floor 1. You're right. Thank you.
but so Click wasn't in the inn, was he?
Mm-mm.
No, where was Click at?
I'm getting my picture drawn.
He is getting drawn.
I'm getting drawn.
There's
I'm like-
questions. There's multiple people asking if they can have a feather. No one's pulled. That one guy was really rude.
Yeah, that no.
No, wait.
Sure, they pay
thank
you.
you. Thank you. No, it's not for me. I want to keep all my feathers. I need to fly, and don't have enough of them for all of you. Maybe if I lose one, I'll pick it up, put it in the bag, come back.
Bolt.
Yeah.
As soon as we leave the library, she's gonna send Tonda to find Click. Just find Click, please.
Just roll a investigate for her.
Does she get the advantage that Oriana has?
I would say yes.
is there a student
Super
squad?
hyper.
Asked the librarian on our way out. Not that librarian.
Nat 20.
The
Oh, yeah.
guy who we get to.
She finds him within 10 minutes.
There's a homing
And
bee.
he is right where he dispatched away from you, or dispatched from you guys. He's just waiting there, and there's probably about 15 people around him.
Hey! You want to get a picture? They draw. This is great.
Yeah, and then so they're like, "Oh, is this related to you?" Or
I don't know. I have no idea. But I know that this means I have to go.
There's one that starts just
Means I
drawing.
have to go. I gotta go. See you later.
And, oh wait!
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll take you to the inn.
Hey, I totally forgot to get one of the pictures.
No, you got one.
Oh, did
It was from the first guy. Bam. It's definitely it's well drawn.
Is it a fair characterization with him with a huge head and a little body?
No.
Yeah, you get little tiny legs. Yeah. Cool. So I'm heading to where you guys are at, I guess.
Well,
With,
she'll go to the inn.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I'm heading towards the inn.
Yep.
Okay.
You're already there.
Yeah, he gift wrapped them.
Okay.
So, but he's just waiting there. He's like at the bar, and he's got like a cider or something like that. And then you come in, and he's just like, "Oh, hey, Click, what's up?
Hey, man, Julie, what's going on?
Not much.
Hey,
Why don't you
Tonda's here too.
take a seat? No one else has gotten back
Hey, Tonda's
yet,
here
right?
too.
No.
Hey, Tonda, she's here too. There you go.
Hey, Tonda.
Yeah, there you go. You make sure you get the...
Hey.
What is your favorite childhood memory
For Caden.
for Caden?
Probably when he made his first deal.
Every once in a while, little clips of that kind of like breach outside the your cider.
Yeah. It's just little. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
You okay?
I imagine
trying to
it's
picture
you
this,
making
yeah.
deals with like other kids for like toys or other stuff, but that's
Oh, yeah.
essentially what it is. It's that
Traded
memory.
in 2 broken toys for one
Yeah,
good one.
and it's
He
so
was
like
that
it's
kid, yeah.
it's popping out
He's
and
just
then
like,
breaches and then goes back in.
Good times.
Yep.
That's really good stuff, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Do you want some?
What?
Can I see what it does? Or no?
Yeah, you saw it.
I saw it?
Makes pictures for you, huh?
Well, I mean,
I mean,
memories.
all you saw was just a kid handing another kid a toy, and then they hand over a bag.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll have one. That sounds great.
And the guy goes, "Oh, you want one too?"
Bartender.
Oh, yeah, please.
Cool. And so he just makes
gets
one.
that going.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Okay.
So,
Do you just start drinking it, or are you sipping it?
No, it's the whole,
oh, you.
without thoughts.
And he goes, "It's a sipping drink."
What?
If you drink it all at
Drink.
once, you don't get to enjoy
I've
it.
got like half.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Go slow. Go
Yeah,
slow.
go slow.
Okay.
He's like, "I'll make you another one on half discount." It's an experience. It's one that took me a couple years to perfect.
I have a discount.
Really cool.
Yeah.
The full discount?
No, it's
Okay, I'm not going to go for the full discount if I can.
Hey, you're getting more.
Oh, yeah.
so
Sure.
he just makes
Yeah.
you another one.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, I'll sip.
It's Memphis King. Like when you drink it and you put it back down, it's Memphis King giving one of his epic sermons that you remember when you were a
like-
little bird.
Yeah.
Is that
One day.
Memphis King I've heard so much about?
Yeah,
And
it
he's
is.
just like,
Oh, man. I want to be just like him.
He's like, I can see why.
Yeah, he's
Very.
It's brighter. The drink is brighter. It looks explosive. It's like,
Chance out he's in
Wow.
gold this time. It's
Yeah.
great.
So they'll swap stories about
it's
that
essentially
while we
what
go.
it is. It is a drink that, whatever your most treasured childhood memory is, it's supposed to be help you to have that nostalgia and conversational piece, because other people can see it as well.
Nice.
Stop staring at my memories. It's my happiness. We'll wait till they get here. So I'm assuming it's just a
It's a
little.
moment of therapy, everybody.
So we
Really,
come
that's what it
in.
is.
Yeah.
Actually, on the way out, I'm going to stop at the guy who told me how to use the door. I'll catch up with you. Here, take these to the rest. I don't have that.
Thank you.
He kind of like just looks back at you guys and goes, so, "Did you guys find everything you need?"
Yes,
Yes.
thank you very much.
Ah, good.
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is there a quad, a student place where students gather when they're not in school classes?
Yes.
Am I free to go there?
Good.
No. That's why I was asking if I was free to go there instead of just...
No, you're not.
All right.
It's for students. You want to enroll? And so he like goes through the process of enrolling. There's 2 enrollment tracks. Enrollment track A is either you can enroll. It's going to be 1,200 gold for an enrollment fee that covers all your expenses for the first year. Or there's track number 2 of getting a signed off from 3 different noble oh God, what is it called? The magistrates. So get 3 signatures from either a noble house, a magistrate, or and it says the queen herself. Signatures, and you're pretty much get in scholarship.
So, by your thinking, would somebody whose magic comes naturally need school?
You have complete mastery over your magic.
For the most part, yes.
Do you know how to, practice it and use it in every sense of the way? Like which situations, or which situations call what, or maybe do you explode when you do magic?
No, my magic comes from my draconic ancestry.
Oh. I mean, I guess there's always the school of hard knocks. He just looks at you like, there's that if you want to do it that way. But we teach you a proper education and how to harness and best utilize your arcane power.
Oh, I've already had that.
Oh, well, then it sounds like you should be fine.
Yes. You're probably right. I don't need to meet anyone else. That's fine. Let's go.
Thank you for your help.
No worries. Take care.
We'll head back to the inn.
Back to the end.
How many drinks would they have had?
They're not alcoholic, right?
Yeah, they're non-alcoholic. I'd say 2.
Do they
It's
also,
a sipping drink.
Apple cider.
Yeah, it's essentially it's a bubbly apple cider is essentially what it is.
but it still makes us pee hard.
It's not that quite.
It's well. First off, you didn't have
I
that,
chugged it.
and
I
you
didn't even know there was
you
one.
didn't have that either. You didn't have the energy drink.
access.
God.
So none of them
my
makes it
clip
pee
would
hard.
explode.
Okay.
It's hard.
I can't wait to feel that effect that they do have. I don't know. But
He's gonna get really lightheaded,
And
and he's not gonna be able to fly quite so well.
His
for
heart's
me.
gonna hurt.
But
So we come in.
yeah.
There's a process it in under
There's
a
a-
minute, though.
Yep.
Hey,
Hey,
welcome back.
hey, look at this. It's Mavin's King. See this? This is great. Hey, this is when he was his winter. Like he was celebrating like the snow.
Why is
And it's
your
all
drink
white.
showing pictures?
Huh?
Why
And
is
then-
your drink showing pictures?
Yes.
whatever your third favorite childhood memory.
I've got it's all
It's all Memphis King, I assume.
It's all Memphis
so it's
King.
like a different Memphis King memory. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's great.
So how was your day?
It was eventful.
Yeah. We met Warren's sister.
What?
Yeah.
She seems nice.
We have a
Do you
meeting
wanna-
with her tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk in one of the rooms?
Oh,
Sure.
who are you staying with? Oh,
Yeah.
she has the key.
Whichever room.
But,
We'll go to one of the
Mine
rooms.
has all my stuff in it.
Well, I need to drop some stuff off anyway. So, go to or 2.
One,
right?
yeah, one
Or B.
B, 1B, yeah, 1B. I keep confusing myself.
We go to 1B,
1B.
and then
No, 1B is my room. No,
1A is yours.
1A.
he's gonna throw some of his stuff down. He has this new bag of holding, and then he's going to turn.
While you're walking, it looks like while you're walking by to these rooms, the walls shift. You're the only one that notices it.
Is it because of my passive?
Yeah.
Okay.
You notice all the cool, weird stuff that subtle things people don't notice. It's ever so slightly. Like you just see.
I assume I noticed the magic.
Do you have it on?
Yeah.
Yeah, she turned it on.
Blinding.
Oh, then I don't.
I assumed you had it off.
Yeah.
It is blinding.
Well, because I had done it earlier and it wasn't blinding and I could
Yeah.
sense things. But
My
if
bad.
it
Yeah.
goes
No.
back
If you
in-
came back here,
Okay.
approaching it would have been blinding. Conjuration?
Okay. He's just like, I hate this place.
Yeah. Wizards.
Fucking
That's fair.
wizards.
Alright, what private stuff did you need to talk
Say?
What private stuff do you need to talk about?
Oh, it's not really super private. I just pulls out a couple of things. There's a small box, and then there's like a sort of like a bag with some tinsel at the top, or some like craft paper or whatever coming out the top.
Oh god, what is it? Tissue paper?
Yeah, tissue paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's like, I went shopping. They had what I was, they had a couple things I thought might work out. We'll get some stuff for everybody later, but here you go.
Thank
To
you.
who? To each of them?
Yeah. So you get the pearl. You
Okay.
get the gloves.
Thank you.
Yeah. So he's like, I figured it would work for
It is
you guys.
a pretty box.
Oh well, look inside. Open up. It's a gift.
She like looks at it and she's just. It's
Oh, you
just
cut
It's
the
a
ribbon.
large. It's a large pearl about the
Yeah.
size of.
well, no, she doesn't
Oh.
know what a present is.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you're right.
And so he's like, you undo the ribbon.
Oh, want it to ruin it?
No, it's supposed to keep it all closed and nice,
It's all for
but
show. It's like a show. You
Oh,
like
yeah,
that?
okay.
It's
So
just
she'll-
notes and music.
She'll
You
like
just put music
very
in it.
carefully
he's all excited.
Oh gosh,
Like,
yes. I imagine my
unfold
grandparents.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
My grandparents used to do that all the time, and it drove me nuts as a kid.
Yeah, just painstakingly,
Yeah.
and then before she opens the box, she'll like fold up the paper
Yeah.
and the
He's like-
ribbon, and then she'll open the box and sees the pearl. I'm
Yeah.
assuming. And she's
Yeah, that's so neat.
oh, it is very pretty.
It's
Yeah.
bigger than your pearl.
And in Elvenese, probably written like, may it age your
Yes.
yeah, it may age your worship in Solotron or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, yeah, I thought it would be perfect for you. And yours, he basically the only thing he
By
did
the
was
way, she rips it open.
yeah.
Ariana looks confused.
Why'd you ruin it?
But he did basically tie like a ribbon with like a little like Ekro symbol on it
Okay.
around the end of the van brace or whatever, and their braces of archery.
+2 to hit, right?
Yeah, +2 to hit.
Attunement.
Yeah.
I do prefer face-to-face combat.
You're not
Orange.
face to face.
And
I didn't have all the funds required to get everyone a present tonight.
Pen and paper?
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. I got this. This is great. You really did fold this. Really, it's like totally even. I can keep doing that as practice folding. I
Do you
can
have
use
the
this as a
bag?
practice.
Who has the bag?
What do
As you
give
know,
him the bag.
I just go, here. I'll give you one of those files. I'm going to go to my room. If
I don't.
somebody
It
needs
won't
me-
give you pretty pictures. Whatever your drink was doing.
If somebody needs
That's really
me, I'll
fizzy.
be in my my room.
And it's kind of like the bubbles are what light it up, and it's like neon, like light bulbs in there.
Is this poison?
It does not taste very good. I
What's
kind of
it
regret
for?
drinking it.
I regret drinking mine.
It's been
You
about
what?
2 hours for you guys, so you're not there yet.
Yeah, you.
It's at the 4-hour mark.
No,
It's like-
she's just like, I
Oh.
cannot.
It's like, yeah, you're like trembling.
I'm very focused.
So I
it's
guess-
not very
Yeah.
pleasant.
I haven't given
I
one
know
to
how I
Click. I didn't give one to Ward.
I'm just gonna.
So that means I have 3 still. So 3 potions of advantage on intelligence.
Yeah,
he
but
puts it in his bag. He's
Yeah.
just like,
It's Adderall plus like Rockstar.
God,
Essentially what it is.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No.
I'm gonna go. drink baby juice, basically.
Yeah, if you want
To
something to...
help.
I'm just gonna go read my book.
What were you drinking?
Oh, it's a cider. It's actually kind of good.
Nostalgia
Give it a
cider
try.
is what it is.
Nostalgia cider.
Is that what the pictures were?
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
You can-
Basically just sort of whatever nice memories you've got of your past just sort of percolates to the top and...
Now this right here, hold on first. Right here. Now this is when he was actually doing the. It's like a summer event. It was really neat. This is for.
The Wilson funeral.
It was the Wilson funeral. It was great. I remember this the best because he really just kept it going with the
I'm
song.
going to the bar.
Okay.
Brianna will go and she will study her book and use her energy to study the book.
Oh yeah, you can study very well. You like literally. I imagine you're just able to like page.
And I
Make
imagine
lots of notes.
her book doesn't make any sense to anyone else and makes little sense to her most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So by like with this extra energy, it's just like it turns into like a crazy like red string wall
Yep.
that makes no sense.
Oh,
Exactly.
sweet.
Like by being so focused, you have made the Charlie Days.
Yes.
Yes. Pepe
Yeah.
Sylvia!
Yeah.
Got boxes full of Pepe. Yeah.
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 Does anyone else go?
Where?
Yeah.
To the bar?
Oh yeah.
He is not just
Okay.
chilling in the room for no reason.
Yeah. She wants to
I
try
am.
one of the apple ciders.
Okay.
Tastes like just apple cider.
Yeah. It's really good. It's sweet, bubbly, like satisfyingly fizzy. And when it hits your stomach, it sends a warming feeling. And what memory does it show coming from?
I think the moment we're at the pre-sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you see a younger Zeal. When did you start filing?
Like 12. And
So
she
this
got
is
her name
before
when
him?
she was like 16.
Okay, so this is definitely after then. So, so freshly filed, all prim and proper Zeal, as this man's kind of like standing, doing some kind of like ritual or something, or ceremony of coming of age.
I know that spell.
That's pretty.
So
Wow.
it just goes through your memories.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, the good ones.
So-
Oh, really?
What's happening there?
I got my name.
Oh, you didn't have a name before Zeal?
No.
No, he didn't.
I was just called Child.
Oh yeah.
Some people who weren't too much of a fan of you would call you Blue. Yeah,
Just called me Child.
yeah.
That's exciting when you had a name.
Yeah.
When I got
He didn't
collected.
know how to name me, so he just did the tiefling way.
Oh. Well, what's that?
A virtue?
What?
No, like redemption,
Redemption.
temperance.
Oh yeah. Okay, got it. That,
I really liked Echo's teaching.
Yeah.
see, I'm convinced.
So
I see that. That's so it seems to be repeating that over and over again. Do you have any other funny memories or anything else?
It depends. Like so the way the drink works is as you kind of talk and kind of like experience it,
yeah,
and you start focusing on another memory, that's when the drink changes.
it was when she got to fight a sword for the first time.
Yeah.
Then she was beating like the living shit out of a child.
Oh my god!
You definitely see. She takes a sword and just kind of like cracks the pommel
Yeah.
into a kid's nose. Like,
Holy
just,
cow! What the
and
heck
then
is
just like
going
pins the skin down.
Oh!
It's just,
Oh my!
Okay, hold on.
Wow, that's pretty.
Okay, I'm gonna look at my memories again. Hold on. Okay.
not the skin.
Yeah, that did-
Need a palate cleanser.
Okay, that's
Did he deserve it?
Yes. He did. He told me he didn't understand, or he told me it would be easy to pretend to fight a monster when.
He deserved it.
Yeah, it's still gross. I don't know if you, but that Did you kill him?
No, I wasn't allowed to do that.
Oh, okay. You probably wished he was dead after that, though, I'm sure. No?
He hated you more.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
Well,
so I got to ask the question though. I'm gonna, on a side note, just on a whim.
Hey, were we supposed to do something?
I mean,
We did our study.
Yeah,
we
there
have
was
a
sort
meeting
of-
tomorrow.
in general.
Oh, wait, what? What? What do we have?
A meeting
Okay, with what?
with the warden's family.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's for the next.
I imagine there's like that dotted line where Warden usually sits.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bing,
Yeah.
His sister's gonna help me find someone.
Oh, is that part of the thing you were given? But the place we have to go to help the ogres or orcs? Not the we don't help the ogres. We help the orcs,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Is that where we're going tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
First
Okay.
things first.
Good. Great.
Now, so what if we do find him?
Well, my goal is to kill him.
Oh, great. More bags. I gotta get more bags. Don't we? We have to get more bags.
Like to carry more stuff?
Yeah, no, kind of like the carry bodies again.
We're
Oh,
not
yeah.
carrying his body bag.
Oh, we're not.
No.
No.
Really?
Oh, I want
Would it
his
be better?
head. I just want the head.
Oh, we can. Okay, but okay.
That's fair.
Really?
I do.
They're usually trophies or like basically just proof of victory.
I do want the final stab.
I won't be stabbing.
I'll let you have a stab at it.
Hey, you're getting you're starting to grow up there a little bit quick.
Oh, God!
the bubbles got stuck in your throat.
Oh, Bubbles got me.
It's all this
Sorry,
excitement we've had.
Yeah, that's
Kick
pretty good.
starting the old the old viewer.
Hippocampus.
What?
By the way, I want to look around the room. Is there a red dragonborn here?
There's not.
Awesome.
Son of a bitch.
Vol's lying.
Yeah.
Is Vol out here?
No, he's in his room reading.
Yeah. Oriana and Vol are being.
The readers.
Bunch of at least you're at the bar though, right? Reading, or did you go back to the?
Yeah, it's probably a bit much to be alone with all that energy.
Surprisingly, though this is a bar, it's a pretty calm bar. The best way I can explain it is like English pub,
Okay.
but not after a football game.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This is
Yeah,
just
no.
just another night.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just another
Just
night.
another
night
It's
at
the club.
just some people hanging out.
She'd be
talking.
with you guys, but
Okay.
reading and not drinking a book.
I hope you're not drinking a book.
Well, not drinking a drink that would show memories of her childhood.
It's happy ones.
Hey, yeah, it's only the happy ones.
I don't know about her.
That
so
would be interesting.
Whatever you consider
It's happy for somebody else, but not for. Oh, man, not kind of
Don't you want to try it?
See,
message.
that's a question on how she would want to drink it.
Yeah.
Because
It's helping us learn more about each other.
I don't think it would show much for me.
that's not true. It showed two memories.
Suppressing the other ones.
Yeah, you do kind of have to.
You know, first time you tasted human flesh, stuff like that.
Yeah. it was a memory just after that one.
Oh man.
No, do not want to watch. Do not want to look.
That
Well, if you kind of like say that,
Peer
she'll-
pressure her.
Yeah, I'll buy her one.
Yeah, she'll drink one.
out of the bar.
Yeah, and the memory you see, elves age weird, but she looks probably in the equivalent of like teens.
Mhm.
And you see her that she's sitting in a row of like other elves, and they're like doing guided meditations. And they're all about Silitrom and yeah. So you see that anytime like someone's shoulders slump, like they get like forcefully straightened and stuff. But at the end of it, like a ball of light forms between her hands, And then Tonda pops up.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you got. Yeah, that's how you came about. Oh wow, that's.
So has Tonda been with you this whole time?
After that, I don't know if does it continue?
It's probably about the only like happy memory she has.
Because then it would cut off right there. Then.
After Tonda?
Yeah, Tonda pops up and then it's out.
Is that your only happy memory?
If you do not feel happiness, then you cannot feel despair.
Bullshit.
Wait a minute. Do not feel happiness. Do not feel despair.
Is this the grief thing that you talked about?
Yes. And so my mentor, I think you saw it, he removed me from the other children after that. And I was taught to appreciate solitude to strengthen my connection to Silithram. And so the last I saw him was perhaps 1,500 years ago. He, yes, I did not get many. Anyway, it is bonding. Yes?
Yes. Hey, you're not up in that tower anymore.
Yes.
You know, you can. No more solidarity.
You experience happiness now.
Yeah, exactly. That's
It
what
will.
the
It will help keep you
Memphis
feeling
King always
that.
said. You know, the show happiness is the grace of the person who you're celebrating. It's you know, you just got to do it. And so, there you go. But I'm a little depressed though. All of a sudden, I gotta. Woo!
Yeah, she
1,500 years. That's I don't even know what that is. What is that? It's a number. It's crazy. So we're gonna go see somebody. We're to see Ward's sister tomorrow, and she's gonna tell you where to find this guy or this thing.
And
But the guy, this guy, you want his head,
I'm on my
right?
bed.
Okay, good. So I mean, okay, good, because I want to do that. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Okay.
Okay.
It's about 4 o'clock
Okay.
AM?
p.m.
Senior citizen time, I guess. Even though I'm not a senior. Wow. Yeah.
Wait, are you a senior or are you?
No, I'm not. Being a senior in high school.
I don't know how Aarakocra aging works.
Yeah, I'm 3 years, so I'm actually
Technically, he just became a young adult.
I'm a young adult.
He's like
Preteen.
19, 20.
Oh no, yeah,
No, I
Right?
was thinking younger.
No, that's
preteen. I'm
preteen.
I was thinking younger.
Like yeah,
11, 12.
yeah. I'm a tween.
God.
Yes. Yeah, you guys got me young, or they kicked me out early.
Well,
Too-
more time to.
That was enough time they put in. They're like,
More time to
done.
reshape you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I guess I'm just off because I don't know what else I would. Yeah, I'm done.
So,
Yeah.
I'm
when did
checkered
you
out.
join your
Tuckered out.
church?
Nap
Or was it the
time.
family
Nap time.
thing?
Well, I mean, joining the church is relative. Sort of grown up.
I would have said that with your family,
Yeah.
though you guys were merchants, it was common for a lot of families where it's the stereotypical first one goes into inherits, second one goes into the military,
Yeah.
and then third goes into the church. So that's why you got shunted that way.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a calling, so like you didn't really fight it, but that was kind of like something that you found out like after a while of you being in the church. You were like, oh,
There's sort of like a
there's
status quo.
still a little status quo where like you kind of like push your children because you're not
Yeah.
quite nobility.
There's a tradition and
Exactly.
a trend to things
Yeah.
because it just works out for the best traditionally. Put your oldest, most experienced kid in charge of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. But 12 when I actually like officially joined.
So you have siblings?
Yeah. My older brother manages the business. Brother is apparently in the army.
Well, it's brother or sister. I just knew you had an eldest brother.
Nah, I think 'cause I grew up with sisters. I think he didn't have any sisters. He's just like...
Okay, so, yeah, they're all
Yeah.
brothers.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, my other brother's in the army, so, really... He writes to my parents, but...
Is it weird having siblings?
You're not having siblings?
I'm glad I don't have siblings.
Well, I mean, I got along with my siblings. I mean, we all had jobs to do and everything, but, when we were done with that, we're a good family. We fought. Nobody's perfect, but life on the road, just him beating his brother in like a wrestling or something. He's just like, it's rough. I've always felt like the church is where I was supposed to be. You sort of had it. You were brought to it.
Yes, or I'd be dead.
To everything that got us to where we need to be. And
I guess to what brought us together, because you got out.
Yeah. I'm not sure where we'd be without that. I know. Or I might be sort of not in a good spot.
Elk.
But yeah.
I think
I
that's
don't want to think about the elk.
and the horse or the boar.
Yeah, any of those creatures. As funny as it is, we were able to take care of what brought us together in the first place.
Yeah,
At least the
I mean,
simple things.
we took care of the jackal thing, and that's what I was saying.
wondering how long we're gonna need to spend here.
Because we need to figure out whether or not we can track the quarry, and then we can go straight to the other place.
Spoke with Lilith, and she thinks that they'll be able to perhaps get access to some restricted records in the library to maybe do some research on the prophecy I received.
Oh, dang. That'll be cool. Get us closer to figuring that out.
He's, as much as he may not like them, Ward's family connections have
Use?
advantages.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he doesn't like them very. He acts like he doesn't like them.
Family can be tricky.
I can understand wanting to shake off certain obligations.
I don't really know much. He doesn't really talk about it too much. Sort of what I've inferred from him. But
Yeah, that's surprising. You guys are close too.
well, you can be close with someone without knowing all their deepest secrets. You understand each other on a different level, not just history. I like how I don't know all the years of your experiences, but we can work well
Most
together.
of them were fairly boring.
Don't have enough room.
So you guys just hang out down
Yeah.
the bar?
Pretty much.
So dinner time comes. About that
when we
time.
have to pee. Oh.
So right when dinner time comes, it hits. Who drank it first?
I never drank it.
one.
Yeah.
Probably Rihanna.
The worst, or like the best way to explain it is if someone popped open a decanter of endless water. Like that feeling just hits you like a truck, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Yeah, she's like, I have to go to the bathroom. I think you should come with me.
You have to say it. You have to say it.
Why?
You gotta
Never
say
had
it.
that experience.
She like gets up and starts
Oh,
going.
you gotta say it. I gotta pee hard. You gotta say that.
It is one hell of a side effect.
So I'll follow. I don't understand why I need to follow you to the bathroom.
And then probably about then.
About that point is when it hits you.
Oh,
Oh God, I gotta pee hard.
I know that feeling though, like when you wake up after like not going to pee before bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. 10 minutes.
Oh! Is there a sense of euphoria that comes along with
There
it?
is.
Are they just prunes? They're like.
And after you finish,
Oh my god.
you have never felt so dehydrated.
Almost got
I
it.
would go get like a shit ton of whiskey then.
Oh!
No, like your body needs water.
Maybe
Yeah.
water. I guess I'll just get water.
You could do whiskey with water chasers,
Yeah, I'll do
but
that.
you have never felt so parched.
I would do that.
Yeah, and so we just sit at the
man.
bar drinking water. Just
I come out to get some dinner.
Yeah.
Just
this
like,
was horrible.
What?
When you come out,
Do you need some healing
they're
magic?
gone.
oh, okay. I go, oh.
And it's just you two.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
about
this is while
5
they're-
minutes.
while-
Well, no, he went to bed.
I went to bed.
Oh yeah, so
okay, so Caden's just out here, just like,
What is it?
oh hey, Vol.
Hey, is it time to eat?
Yeah, he's sort of picking at his food. He's just like, yeah.
Could
There's
I,
like 2 plates out, and he's just like,
I'm just gonna go up and whatever is meat on the menu.
sure thing.
And I just sit down at the table. Oh, thank you.
And then you see the 2 empty plates.
yeah, he's just like looking over,
It's-
and he's just like,
Something wrong?
they said they had to go to the bathroom, and they
Oh.
haven't been back for like more than 5 minutes.
He did mention something about the drink making you have to urinate.
You didn't say.
He's like putting a few things together, and
Was
he's
your
like-
interpretation was just a urinate?
I'm glad I didn't drink one of those then.
Remember, you go to the bartender, hears you, and says, "I said pee hard."
Yeah. Like, I mean,
So what were
How
you
does
guys
the
drinking
risk-
earlier?
nostalgia cider. Let me,
Oh, that doesn't sound like a good idea at all.
oh, it's only good memories. Whatever you consider good.
Oh, I'd rather not think about that right now. Do you have one that just makes you forget for a while?
They definitely have
It's
one.
all beer. It's
It's like-
everything else on the.
I
It's
would
like
say
the-
whiskey.
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
no, a mixed drink.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I got just the
Because you know I
thing.
can't stand the taste of beer.
Yes.
A Long Island
yes.
iced tea.
Oh, yeah, that's the.
Yes,
That'll do it.
100%
Yes.
is what he would make.
He's like, hey,
Oh, yes.
I
my
know
buddy
that.
there wants to forget. He's gonna say, but really doesn't like the taste.
Long Island iced tea.
You gotta do some magic,
He
okay?
just goes, flips it, and you tink. He's like, that's what I'm all about. And he just goes out and
he
mixing.
gives him a silver in advance.
Okay.
He's like, make it worth his while.
And so that's essentially what it is. It's a Long Island iced tea, and it's got one of those crazy straws.
Yeah.
What's it? What's the town again? I forget.
We're in
Yes.
Etios.
So it's
The capital.
the Antianos tea.
No.
no.
I'm like, Etionu? No.
That could be in Long Island.
It's just a Long Island.
It should be straight up Long Island. Where is
But-
this Long Island? Didn't
He'll bring it over and sit down and be like, there you go. Yeah. Sip on it. Drink it however you like.
All right.
Tastes good.
Ooh, this isn't bad.
Yeah.
And I'm just.
A few minutes
5
later.
minutes later, these two come back. Faces
Do they
sunken
even
in,
go to the
like,
table?
You can definitely see like
I
faces
picture
are
they go
sunken
straight
in a
to the
little
bar,
bit.
right?
It is
We look ill.
a little
Oh
ill.
my god.
Pale.
He gets up and he walks over. He's like, are you
You look
alright?
paler.
Yeah.
You look like a pale, like not quite periwinkle, but you definitely look paler as well. Like blood's been drained.
I need some water.
Yeah.
Is that all you need? Are you sure you don't need any magical healing?
What kind of healing can you do? It's a restoration.
I don't know if I can do what you might require.
So just the water.
Water.
Ah, man.
Don't drink those. We need to throw them away or something. Just don't drink those.
What if we have an enemy? He's like, I still have one in my bag, just in case.
Don't go click one of those.
Ever.
We'll keep his life
Yeah.
in our hands.
Click would need a con save. Like, yeah.
Sounds like the effect, however, they had is exactly like me, so then that's okay.
You're good.
I don't need it.
Like, he'll
It's a
channel
natural.
divinity, do medicine, and be like, "All right, let's get you guys looking better."
I'm just sitting at the table.
Yeah. We'll go through whatever process to help.
You're
us.
not
So we'll
gonna.
sit down.
You're gonna.
Oh no, that's a crazy straw.
Yep.
And I look over at Caden and go, "This is quite good."
You don't have to yell. You guys are all sitting at the same table.
No, he's up
He was
over
over
there.
there,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Also,
He's like,
have
like,
you ever
"Give
had
the-"
a Long Island
That's
iced
true.
tea?
That's-
It induces yelling.
He's just started. He's
He
still eating.
he points to the bartender. He's like, "Give him your appreciation. You tell him. He's the one who made it."
I thought I just did.
He's just like, oh, he likes it.
So we'll get water and stuff.
When you guys finally sit down, when you see him, the red dragonborn coming back in.
There he is.
And he kind of just like looks at you,
full
raised
volume.
eyebrow with the Long Island iced tea, and he just goes,
Look over.
I told you there. See, it's. I'll pull something out between my teeth. Oh, that was in the way.
and he just goes back to his spot and just kind of gestures at the barkeep, and he just gives a thumbs up.
So,
What did you give him?
what?
What are you drinking, Wall?
He said it
This
would
is
help me
just
forget.
Gonna be chilling water.
Yeah, it takes 5.
Water. Then we're gonna have to pee again.
32.
I said I didn't want to think about my past, and he said this would allow me to not think about my past.
Steel
You were drinking
shackles
those
look
ciders.
just like.
Why would you give him that?
Oh, don't push me. No, it's just your chair. I'm just kidding. What am I, his mom? It's like,
No,
he's
you're
fine.
definitely not.
He's fine. How you feeling there, buddy?
I'm
Fine.
not terribly hungry anymore.
You should definitely eat. Trust me.
Well, I already did.
Yeah, it's like most of the plate.
Can I just? I want to.
Yeah.
Can we get more water for him, please?
Oh, sure. He goes over and just gets a pitcher, brings it back, and just goes, whenever you're done,
Smart
just
man.
put it on the island or on the bar.
Is it a pitcher of endless water?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
You
fantastic.
should start drinking that.
Oh.
Just
And then when you go to pour it, he just goes, don't let it fall over though.
Oh, all right. I take my straw out of the Long Island and put it in the pitcher.
He sees you do that and he just goes,
And he keeps going, and he keeps going.
So it never drops.
never drops.
I'm just all. You were looking for. She's over there. I'm just blatantly pointing across the room.
And he kind of just like looks at you and goes, but he doesn't say anything.
So, she'll drink her 5 glasses of water. After that, she's gonna go over to the red dragon bar.
So you come over and he's just like, yes.
What's your name?
Damn it.
You have the book open. I thought you would have written it down.
I did when he was looking at it, and then he was like, "Oh, I don't need a name." And I was like, "Oh, cool,
Dude,
that's nice."
You always need a name.
always need.
I didn't
always.
Yeah, but you always need a name.
He didn't ask me about it.
You need to have your 10 quick names of the game that you can just bust out at any
Well,
time.
I like.
Gesh.
Gesh.
G. He just says Gesh.
Yeah,
He's not
he
gonna
says
spell
Gesh,
that.
and then you ask him, "Is it Bob?" You get it? Gesh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! Guess what? My name.
You made me write Dragon Bob.
Oh my god. Oh god. We need you in chat too. There were some great puns getting dropped. Yeah.
Do you mind when my friend's a little more talk to him?
He kind of just looks over and goes, I don't see why not. Sure.
He lost his parents when he was very young.
No, I'm just drinking.
And I don't think he understands growing up as a dragonborn.
There's books on that.
Do you understand growing up? Whatever you are.
No.
Both in the same boat. He kind of like folds up his book.
Well, yeah, I figured one of us should know how to, He apparently doesn't know how to handle his breath. Everywhere.
Crazy.
Like ice.
No, I can see what kind of dragon he is.
I don't know. I assume that you're older than him. Maybe it's more like.
I mean, I don't spray my breath everywhere at night.
So I need to give him tips. I don't know.
You're asking the Dragonborn guy to be a mentor for the other Dragonborn.
Yeah.
What would be that? The dragons and the birds and
The dragons and the wyverns?
Yeah, dragons and the wyverns.
Or the drakes
boy.
and the wyverns.
Yeah,
Drakes and the wyverns.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like
that's better.
that.
It's better.
I don't know. Like I said,
He's like, well, I don't know either. And it seems like he's really enjoying his water.
And you've been going for a solid 2 minutes. That thing hasn't dropped at all. I think it's enchanted.
It's a personal challenge to get it below half.
All right. Hey, anyone got?
Make a bet.
I just thought it would be helpful.
The only thing that I could help with. Poker? It's kind of my. And he just goes. Like little poofs of
He
smoke.
does that. Cast magic.
Not fire.
Not fire.
I take my straw out of the water and go back into Long Island.
Yeah, you gotta.
That one
you gotta
definitely
break it
drops.
up.
Yeah. See, halfway.
There we go. I knew you'd get it eventually. You put a lot of torque on
I don't
the
know
back.
what kind of help you want me to give him.
I don't know. I just thought it could be dragonborn ways.
Insight.
Okay.
You're not there!
I'm watching.
He's watching me drink a Long Island.
Dirty 20.
He has a tell, like, I have a secret, but I'm not going to tell it. And he just goes, there's nothing.
Once I finish the Long Island, though, I'll set it aside and go.
Done!
I just go. That was way good.
Pretty good, huh?
And I imagine he slurs in Draconic. So, like, when he starts slurring, he's just speaking Draconic.
Yeah, like he understands both, but it's sort of like takes a minute. It's like yeah.
So she's.
Why don't we?
I have a
Why
question.
would you get your
If it's an innate ability, do you need material components? Okay. So she's gonna put her hand on his. And be like, could you please help me out? It will do a lot. And I want to cast fire.
Oh, great.
So
You don't need to do that. You can just cast it.
Yeah.
Within like what, 30 feet?
Yeah, it's just...
No,
Just
it
gives
says
you
have to-
advantage on persuasion.
No, it's
Yeah.
you have to put makeup under your...
Well, she touches him.
Okay. It
Cast
only
friend.
gives you 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And they know that you cast it.
Yeah.
For concentration for a minute.
Could you please tell my friend a little more?
No save.
No save?
Yeah,
No.
it just gives her advantage on persuasion checks.
Makes you better against them, but they don't have any tell until the minute.
He really
Gross.
needs the help. So persuasion?
Mm-hmm. At advantage.
Can you teach
that
him
was
within
such
that
a
minute?
waste. That was a 5.
And he'd have to be able to teach him within that minute.
Yeah, because he's gonna
He's
know.
instantly gonna be like, what the fuck?
This is the first time using it. I don't know how to use it very well.
So he just goes, I don't know what I would want to teach him. Sorry.
And then she's gonna get up really fast. Thank you for your help. And then walks back to her table.
If I get away
Please
fast
just
enough,
fall.
he won't.
Mother!
Yeah.
It doesn't make you angry.
No, it does.
It literally says if they can be hostile.
They
It has
can be.
yeah.
No, it doesn't force them
It
to
doesn't.
be.
I know it
It
doesn't
just-
force.
But, it
But
does,
they know it's
Another
been cast.
creature might. Yeah.
might be hostile because they realize that they
Imagine-
have
A
magics.
creature prone to violence will attack you.
Will.
If they're not hostile already.
Right,
Yeah.
but imagine if you tried going over to
I'd
someone
be fucking irritated.
and they tried
Essentially
essentially roofing you
just words.
into you working
I
with
don't
them.
think it's the same way.
I'm not picturing him like getting in a hot rage
No.
and attacking
No.
us. I'm just thinking
Like, no, here's my thing about the friend's spell is that it's just a cantrip, so it has cantrip level effects, and it should have cantrip level.
He might be
Side
pissed
effects.
at me because it just say hostile, but if it's
I know, I'm not. He's not
Yeah.
going to be throwing fireballs. I get that.
more just
I
he
hope
knows you
not.
magicked him now.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd be mad at anyone who tried to
Yeah.
manipulate me for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So continue your guys'
So
meal.
you
she'll
did.
walk over. And sit
You walk
down.
over fast?
Yeah.
Okay. He goes back to doing what he's doing.
Anybody want any of this water?
She'll just take it away from you.
Oh.
Actually, I want some.
Yeah. You go to pour it. When you pour it, the water level goes down.
Oh, that's how you get blow high.
And then when you put it back up,
I have to go to the restroom.
He didn't drink one, right?
I know of.
She does nervously sit down.
But I have
Sir,
been
sit
drinking
down.
a pitcher of
Yeah.
water almost
He's like-
non-stop for like 10 minutes.
She sits down.
you look over.
Probably would.
And he's just glaring at you.
Over. 19 insight.
Pissed at her. You don't know why.
He sort of like.
Do you want to go?
What did you do?
Do you want to go to bed,
Yeah.
Kaden?
And he steps up and just kind of walks on over.
Sure.
Okay.
And walks over.
She's
goes-
just going,
Oh, excuse me. What was that?
Oh boy.
what? I don't know.
What's
She tried magicking me.
That seems very rude, Zeal.
It is.
I'm disappointed in you.
What, you're gonna give her just a harsh scolding?
I wanted to help out Vol.
What would you like me to do? Would you like me to cut off her hand? Does
No.
that seem like it would be a appropriate reaction to something that obviously didn't work on you?
Yeah, but
perhaps I buy
What
you
spell
a.
did you cast? Was it dominate person?
No.
Was it geese?
I don't-
Was it something like suggestion that forced him to do something?
It
Because those would be unforgivable.
Caden's got a cocked eyebrow.
he kind of
He's
just like, he rolls his eyes. Gets what you're trying to do.
Mhm.
And he just goes, what did you want me to help with your friend? That
I'm
you had to
actually
use
very
magic.
interested.
It
Try to
was
convince me.
such a minor thing.
I'm very interested, please.
Just the friends. Something I've been able to do since I was.
But, like, why did you need the help?
I thought maybe Vol getting along with his own kind, him learning how more about his own kind, could be helpful for him. So I figured the two of them could talk. He didn't really want to talk. I tried persuading him a little.
I see.
What time of the night is this?
Still fairly early.
Yeah, it's like, it's
Yeah.
dinner
It's
time.
probably
It's
like 6.
5:30. Yeah, 6 o'clock.
Dead nap.
I'll come back after using the privy.
Okay. He kind of just like moves over. Let's just sit down.
Hello.
Look, bud, I didn't mean to piss you off.
Can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Oh.
So you guys would see what he does. He verbally, what?
What does he do?
That's a 6.
So this guy is your best friend.
So he casts magic in front of us?
Yeah.
Hey. You were just talking about magicking. Hey, Buck.
What?
Hey, you know, you guys don't really need to be angry at him. We don't need to start the bar fight.
We don't.
What did I walk into?
My friend
You?
Zeal and I
All right.
were just having a lovely discussion.
We can do this so many ways. Why don't we do this the easiest way, and we just write this off like nothing
You've
ever happened?
proved your point, and you can dispel it.
And he just goes, 1 round of the ciders.
I was going to suggest that before you magic my friend.
Okay, then it's fine.
He disregards you, and he's
And
like,
he kind of just goes,
I'll get you a cider. You drop the magic.
fine.
I don't roll one.
Well, come on. Like, he's asking for cider. We should.
I mean, we are so close.
Let's to the
Zeal and
bar.
I.
I would be embarrassing.
Let's to the bar then.
It's no more embarrassing than.
Walks
what
over to the
everyone
bar.
else is
He orders
saying.
the cider,
I haven't seen it.
and he's holding it in his hand and he's waiting.
Yeah. He's like, I'll drop it when we start drinking.
You're not very trustworthy.
Oh, you
He's
guys are.
fine.
I'm just a.
Come on, I made the mistake. Don't anger him. It's fine.
A hypocrite is worse than someone who makes a mistake.
Proving a point.
Your point has been proven.
It's okay,
She doesn't know yet.
Oriana.
If you drop it, she'll know.
Do you know what she will do to you if she finds out?
I'll be fine.
I'm not gonna do anything to him. I'm not gonna just attack him.
No,
Give
no,
him
no,
the
no,
drink,
no. Of course
Caden.
not. Of course not. Slides it a little, not hard,
Yeah.
just so it kind of sloshes a little bit.
And so he goes and sits down at your guys' table. He goes, let's have a chat, Zeal.
Of course.
And then as soon as you sit down, he's just like, so why did you want me to help out Vol here?
Yeah, so what's going on?
And he just goes,
I think it'd be good for him to have more friends of his kind.
Ellens. And you feel that he'd use Charm Person on you. And he just kind of smiles at you and goes, yeah, that's how it feels.
No, it's a different spell. You piece of shit, get away from our table.
Well, so much for him getting any help.
I don't think
Don't
you could have helped him
particularly
anyway.
want help from the likes
But-
of you.
Well,
It's
perhaps
funny
everybody just calm down.
how, and then the bar keeps like standing up going, hey, I don't want any of this in my bar.
We don't either. We want him to get away from our table. That's it.
Hey, guys.
Get what you did?
I apologize, okay? It's so hard to just talk to a Dragonborn. Jesus.
It's actually quite difficult sometimes.
I'm starting to understand that. But we also get on our side. Lessons learned.
So,
Well, this has been a fun bonding evening,
So do we
and
do-
I'm so glad that I left my tower.
So-
And she stands up and
Do-
she does go to bed.
so do we think it's a problem? Like I was thinking.
No, he's just a dick.
Not
nothing
even
wrong
a
with
dick.
that.
I did provoke it.
Yeah. Well,
I must have missed something.
I used a spell on him.
Oh, it feels so good. What spell did you use on him?
It's called friends.
What does that do?
well, as you can see, it makes you great friends.
Is it an ironic spell?
It's a slight charm.
No, right?
It just sometimes makes people very afterwards.
Ooh. I prefer my spells that just do damage. Or like that are showy. Like this one. And I make the water and the ever-flowing water thing kind of spiral up and do a little...
Yep.
And then fall back in.
It's a little bit higher now.
It doesn't really bother me. People are mad at me when if I use it.
It so only lasts so long, right?
I tell, yeah. To just get the quick thing.
Cat chair.
Yeah. I guess it can't be used for everything.
It's something I've always been able to do.
You can see where it could be handy though.
I've always been able to, like, as well. I know what
I
you
was
mean.
just trying to get him to help you.
Oh, it's not something I don't think someone can help me.
There's some sort of like contraption that.
Read right strip. It's just sometimes I get emotional when I'm sleeping. And I'm not
Nightmares?
protected. Yes. And I defend myself. The only way I can when I'm
you do that, right?
Well-
That's it.
Too bad I inherited shitty charming cantrips and not being able to alter your dreams.
Oh, well,
That is true. That would be
I mean,
quite handy.
it's the same nightmare over and over again. Really don't want I mean,
Every night.
Not every night.
You don't think
Because if you repeated it every night, those nights on the road, you would have seen them.
no, it's usually just when it's quiet and I have time to think. And
you don't think thinking about your childhood?
no, I think it might make it worse. I mean, besides, you don't need to see me running around in the front yard in short pants.
I don't know. That sounds pretty funnyable.
All right, I'll take a cider then.
So you guys get to share memories and stuff.
Then you get to see what my pants look
Yeah.
like.
There's
I thought you said your pants.
and you see what his pants look
Yeah,
like.
you can see what
pants look
You gotta see what my short pants look like. Too.
As you guys go through the night, the Dragonborn's still there, doing whatever reading he is, but he is keeping a very diligent watch on you guys until it gets late, and then he gets up and leaves.
Tonda does not go to bed with Oriana. Tonda watches him back.
Okay.
Doesn't follow him.
Yeah.
But watches him.
Just an angry.
Yeah. And we'll end it with that night. We'll pick up in the morning. It's a good place to stop.
That is
and
a good
then that
place.
means
Time and everything.
time, and we can catch up with Warden. With that, thank you for tuning in. That's session
Goodbye.
11. We're gonna have Fall of Divinity after Divinity. Fall of Divinity later with Mike D.
About an hour, right?
About an hour or so.
Right.
Isn't
6:30.
Isn't Divinity that Jello stuff that you get in Christmas time or something?
No,
What?
it's ambrosia.
Abrathetinus.
It's not the. It's not, oh, Divinity is the.
Ether Aberman.
Ether Abramus.
Anywho,
Yeah,
with that,
it's Ether
thank
Abramus,
you.
that's what it is.
We are going to be seeing you in a few. So take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.